yeah, exactly. I said to you guys earlier, my entire body looks like a Palermo kit right now, so it's not a fun time for me, but I'm enjoying the cool studio.
It's cool today.
It's quite nice.
Look at us talking about the weather. Here's Havertz. Wide left quite a bit.
Oh, is that Havertz? Cut back. Oh.
Ooh,
Good idea, though.
With a good effort there.
Undav's. Oh yeah, this is when the stop cheating rule has come at a disadvantage to a team because they're not cheating. He was hurt.
Yeah.
And he's off the pitch. But I like that the game goes on, you know?
Mm.
Keep it moving. And it definitely does benefit more than... I think it's rare that people are so hurt that they are need to go off. But it's very common for folks to pretend to be. They don't even do the thing where they roll around for ages now because they know that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
There you go. Sané out wide. Moving inside. This is what they do. Try and punch it through the middle. And that's that 4-4-2 shape you'll see all game long from Paraguay.
See Kimmich kind of like itching to come into midfield a little more.
He'll be allowed.
Yeah, should be.
Just to watch himself on the break.
Oh, what a
Oh,
ball.
that nearly went straight to Havertz at the back post, but Canale got in. Was it Gomez?
I think it was Gomez.
It's the other thing Germany like is this outside in
Oh, it was good.
ball in the
Canale?
box, the diagonal pass.
Brilliant interception, that.
Got a Germany corner. Kimmich to take. If Havertz scores this from a set piece, everyone's going to be doing the like.
Now it's okay.
Now it's.
Now it's all right.
We
Now
can't say
like 'em.
that. We can't say that after every set piece goal.
I think I can. I think I will.
Oh,
You haven't been here. You haven't had to deal with this all season, Ryan.
Have a ping. Oh, dear.
Oh, dearie me.
Liverpool's Florian Wirtz there. Everything's a set piece.
Joe's taken a while to write his hydration jokes.
Well, they're hard to write jokes to make them good. I would like to write one as well, but I feel like if people are watching on the stream, I have to. No, you handwrite them as well, yeah. Comedy doesn't come without work, you know.
I thought you were going to say naturally to Joe Devine.
No, it definitely doesn't come naturally for him.
I think he's naturally a funny guy.
Correct.
Can't allow him to know that, though.
Just like natural talent.
It's true.
He's not like a
He's
You
the
know, like
Messi
a-
compared to the Ronaldo of...
the more cerebral
Yeah.
comedian.
Yeah. Yeah. Another plug for our Messi versus Ronaldo video, guys. Go check it out. The short...
Who did you decide was better?
It wasn't that. It was a study that we got sent, which is really interesting, from some universities in Indonesia and one in Spain, and Singapore, not Indonesia, and it looked into the political leanings of Ronaldo versus Messi fans, and people who are more conservative, more inclined to like Cristiano Ronaldo, and people who are more liberal, according to the study at least, more inclined to like Lionel Messi, which was quite interesting, if maybe not the most surprising to me. It kind of made sense, but it was interesting.
What about Count Binface?
Count Binface, I think he
he's a messy guy.
just wants everyone to win.
Okay. Yeah,
He'd be very anti-time wasting, I feel.
I
He'd
agree.
bring in some good laws
Yeah.
against time
He'd
wasting.
put it in the manifesto,
Yeah.
probably.
For any viewers not from the UK who don't know who Count Binface is,
Have a Google.
How do we explain Count Binface?
Have a Google and just
Yeah,
see
he's a very good Google. Good follow on Twitter as well.
Yeah, he's a politician who comes from outer space and is dressed like a bin with a bin in his head. In real life, he's a comedian, but he.
Do you know who he is in real life?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Jonathan. He's known as Jonathan David Harvey.
Okay.
He did a tour once called Bindependence Day, which is pretty good. That might be a bit too political though.
He's back with jokes. Blimey, there's loads of them.
It's because it took me so long because one Joker has 3 parts,
Okay.
so that'll be fun. What have I missed?
Paraguay had a decent chance from a corner, and then Germany had a couple of chances. One through Undav, who did a chip that went just wide of the post, and then they nearly found Kai Havertz in the back post with like a low cross, but it was a good interception by Paraguay defender.
Paraguay giving it biscuits on the counter. They're all going.
They're giving out biscuits.
They're giving it biscuits on the
right.
counter.
I was going to say, if they were giving out biscuits, then sign me up. I would love a biscuit. Ooh. Right, here we go.
Joe's back.
This is the Boston Stadium.
You comfy now, Joe?
I'm locked in.
You locked in?
I also want to tell people that we're live on The Athletic as well.
Oh.
They prefer to watch there. Or if they are watching there, hello, welcome.
Can you do a proper hello?
No. I will not simply do hellos at your request.
Sorry. It was the people are asking.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
You're asking.
If we get 5 people in the chat saying, can we get a hello? No, fine. Sorry.
Can you tell me about the game so far, Ryan?
It was basically as Kaya said.
Hello!
There we
There it
go.
is. I tricked
You just-
him, everyone.
You
I
just
don't want to hear.
just needs to interrupt someone.
Absolutely.
I was feeling quite offended there. I was like, was my summary not any good? Or
Yeah.
I actually forgot to listen to what you said. And
Ah.
then JJ said something about biscuits.
Yeah. Most been talking about that and Count Binface as well. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I saw his interview after the by-election, the local by-election. I expect that did you explain to our overseas listeners who that is and why that
yes,
happens?
we
Yeah.
tried.
Good, yeah, because I fear that people don't have commonly have democratic systems that allow for that kind of thing.
Joke candidates, yeah.
It sounds like something we would make up as well.
It does.
Oh, is he actually injured? Or is he doing a bit?
Well, I think we've seen a lot less of the bit
Yeah.
because of the new rule. So I would say I expect he might actually be hurt. Got to say again, I absolutely love the referee jerseys. I think they just look so smart.
I like they've got their names on the back,
Yeah,
but in small letters.
that's true. I'm sure the referee's the centre of attention at all.
Oh, he doesn't like, what was it, gesturing? It was this thing. He was.
He doesn't like
he's
gesture as a
very-
referee.
I know.
You have to
How do you
gesture.
referee without
That's the thing. He
gesturing?
wasn't. He
Just
was
shout
criticising
loudly.
some gestures Seb Stafford ball, wasn't he?
I think you can get over exuberant gestures from referees. Mike Dean was a big fan of an over exuberant gesture.
I think we mentioned it on the stream the other day, but I do like the home referees have these special kits with the different coloured 3 stripes.
Yeah, you mentioned.
So the
Oh.
Canadian referees have a red, white, and red,
That's fun.
and the Mexico have a red, white, and green, and then the US one I think is a blue, red, or blue, white, and red or something.
Yeah.
A bunch of the Scotland referees were pictured out with all the fans and
Oh really?
yeah. Good fun. John Beaton was out.
So, I mean, what we're seeing on the screen now is pretty much what we expected, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of that so far.
Yeah, Germany have had 79% possession so far.
How many corners have they had? Is this their first?
No, this is their second.
I was trying to work out what the child was doing. I thought the child might have been crying, but
Yeah.
no. Maybe he
Wiping
was
sweat,
simply
maybe.
tired.
Very nice knitted Paraguayan flag he had.
Yeah. Okay, here we go for a corner. Oh, that's a really nice delivery. Oh, we haven't seen that many free kicks at corners. I think after the Premier League season we saw, where there were an awful lot of free kicks given at corners and a lot of scrapping seen at corners, I feel like we haven't seen that much of it in the World Cup so far. There was a perspective that it could be the World Cup of corners.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been, has it? I mean, we've seen the threat with England, maybe partly because of Declan Rice and Saka, but it hasn't been the World Cup of corners.
No, it also hasn't really mattered about the temperature really at all, because the stadiums are mostly like covered with their hot and
Right.
they're air conditioned. So a lot of the things that I thought, and I was like speaking to conditioning coaches before, hasn't come to pass at all.
Right.
I think there's a chance that set pieces could become more of a thing as the knockout stages go, though, and the games become
Mhm.
more tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly when teams are low blocking like this. For Germany, set pieces are a really good way to unblock it, and then
What you're saying is that it's still possible that we could brand this tournament the World Cup of Corners.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so, and I'd be here for it.
I'd love to, because otherwise, what would we be calling it? Is there a?
It's probably the
I
World
mean,
Cup of drinks breaks right now.
It's the World Cup of drinks breaks, right? That's edging the World Cup of surprises, group stage surprises, because there are many of those
World
as well.
Cup.
Hmm?
The Powerade World Cup.
Right? Yeah.
Is that the official title?
I think FIFA would say no on the basis of sponsorship tiers. Oh,
This is Canale's
effort.
full international debut. Wow.
apparently so.
Someone has said, I love Arsenal so much, I've turned myself red. Thank
You
you
know-
for that.
You know, some days when you're doing just your normal stuff, going to work, whatever, you just everything goes right, and you just feel good, and you go, oh, I'm good at this today. And other days, if you can't explain why, maybe it's just you're tired, or I don't know, you don't feel in flow. I'd love those days as a footballer of just feeling like, oh, halfway through the game, today's a good day.
In your flow state.
I'm playing really well. I wish I could play like this all the time. I've no idea why, but
I think
we've
that's
seen it.
genuinely what happens. Yeah.
seen a few of those performances. I guess like they try and create those conditions as best they can, right? But they're not fully in control of it at all times.
Yeah. Whenever I play five-a-side, when we're just warming up and just get onto the pitch, I can tell if I'm going to be good or not from the very first touch I do when I try and do a bit of keepy-ups.
Right.
If it goes wrong, I'm like, oh,
I can actually do that as
It
well.
was
It's
normal.
just that the answer is no every time.
I see.
So it's not that. It feels like it's not that special. You know how for the England game the other day, after 10 minutes, I was saying I would have liked to have seen more.
Mm.
Do you think there's a German version of me who's saying the same thing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he called?
Joseph.
Yours. Yeah, I identify with Josef. I want Germany to be doing better immediately.
Yeah.
I've only been in here for 7 minutes.
Kind of feels a little similar to what was the last game? The Ecuador game, right?
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, where they started fairly bright and looked a little more.
Well, John was talking about the athleticism in that game as well, right? And like thinking that physically, Germany just weren't that good a competitor for Ecuador.
The Ecuador were so like at them as well.
Mm.
They were so much more physical and aggressive in this as well.
Not like Paraguay in this game.
Yeah.
So far.
Big old game state involvement there, wasn't it? In
Mm.
terms of Ecuador really needed the win.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
I do think physicality will be a problem for Germany, though.
And also, Paraguay do really need the win. There is nowhere else to go here.
Everybody needs the win now.
Everyone needs the win. We're in the everyone needs the win part of the tournament now.
I think when you play a team like Germany, when you're Paraguay, it always starts off with just don't do anything stupid, don't lose.
See if we can get to half time at 0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a 15-minute game, basically.
That's what I'm doing in my life. I'm seeing if I can get to 40 at 0-0, and then for the following 40, I'm gonna smash it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I think mine's done now.
Other way around.
I think I've peaked.
What's the scoreline at half time?
1-1.
Oh no!
I mean, I had to work hard to get the goal in the first place. But
It was very easy.
inevitably
to
along
concede,
the
isn't
way,
it?
I've conceded some stupid ones. you
That's
know.
the problem. It's hard to score. It's very easy to
A
concede.
couple got disallowed along the way. So I got away with a couple of things, you know.
Yeah. Bless Kaya and the young Arsenal fans. They think it's all about set pieces. Not at all.
No.
It's about the everyday open play, Kaya. You wouldn't understand.
What's that?
Hmm?
What's that?
It's we have a very beleaguered and extended life metaphor here.
No, I meant what's open play.
Oh, yes, excellent.
I think Paraguay have done a pretty good job so far of restricting Germany to not a huge amount of chances. They had the one from the set piece and the cross for Havertz,
Yeah,
Funneling
and that was
out
it. But
wide
their
quite
defensive
well,
the defensive shape is, I mean, looks
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Thing is, though, I
Having
think
to make
like,
Germany work very hard.
I think a team in like the 6th division of England, like the Isthmian League, would be able to do something not dissimilar to this. It's just that Paraguay have really good players doing it.
Mm.
This is how you stop a good team beating you.
Are you saying you think a team from the Isthmian League of England could be 0-0 with Germany at this stage of the game?
Maybe. If they really wanted it.
If they really wanted it.
Yeah.
That's a big shout. Let's make it happen.
Is Isthmian a product?
Isthmian.
I don't know.
Isthmian, sorry.
I actually don't know either.
I love the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Isthmian is also broken into the north and south,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's probably a sponsorship, isn't it? I don't know, though. Ryan's got a computer. Can you look it up? Would you mind?
Where's that we went for that walking football? Was it Harlow?
Harlow, yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Essex.
play in that league, don't they?
I actually don't know what league Harlow Town played. Harlow Town did go defunct. I think the team is a Phoenix team.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Now, Almiron is constantly at it.
Uh-huh.
So,
What do you mean in the game?
no, it's just always like, he finds free kicks.
Oh, I see. Right,
Yeah.
yes.
That was one, but he made sure it was.
I don't think it's a sponsorship.
Is it just the name of
Yeah.
it? Can we
That's
find out
cool.
why?
It's an adjective that generally pertains to an isthmus, a narrow strip of land connecting two larger land masses.
Oh.
Deep.
I like
It
it.
is deep.
Cool.
What a strange name.
Okay. So is the implication there that the league is sort of a bridge between
Well, it's split
whatever
between
the
north
lowest
Yeah.
level is?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's the first level of it being split regionally. The league above that is it's
national
Conference League North and Conference League South is the
That's,
Isthmian.
oh, I thought it was much
And then
lower
the,
down
and then
than
the
that.
Conference League is like the National League.
Right,
So it's the
okay.
first level where it's like split regionally.
Okay,
Yeah. Which I guess is what Isthmian is referring to, right?
that's fun.
I also say Paraguay's shape, the spacing between the lines they're so well coached. Like, they're always exactly the same amount of distance between them as they move up the pitch.
Who is the Paraguay coach?
He was the coach of Ecuador at the last World Cup.
Oh, really?
Had a brief stint with Costa Rica and is now he's sort of been a mid-table Argentinian club coach for a while, and then kind of took to international football and has done quite well. I think they really love him in Paraguay because he's got them playing in a way that I think the country feels proud of. So
Great.
Apparently, though, it's the only. I don't know. Wikipedia has it down. It's like Northern Premier League now, Southern League, Southern Football League, Southern League, and the Isthmian League.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then.
Because I think there's National League North and National League South. That's the
is.
first. That's the first split
And
underneath
that's
the
not
National
the
League.
Isthmian.
No,
Oh.
it's the Isthmian League is part of 4 regional leagues.
Oh.
Yeah, Northern
Really?
Premier, Southern League, two Southern Leagues, and then the Isthmian League.
Ryan, I'm going to have to interrupt this
Go for it.
this journalistic correction.
There's
Oh,
more.
nice.
There's more underneath it though, but I'll
My
talk
favourite
about
bit.
that later.
JJ,
Yeah.
I've got 3 jokes for you here.
Yeah.
You've got to read them all in order,
Uh-huh.
and then when you're done, John can tell us what he's seen so far.
Okay. So here are some World Cup hydration break jokes.
Yeah, just make sure no one's like walking in front of your camera or anything before you
It's
start.
all right, we'll
reading.
reset the room. We'll reset the room.
Yeah.
You, sir, where are you from? What do you do?
Isthmian.
Isthmian League. Here we go. US men's. Can't
I've-
read.
I've written USMNT, so you can say
USMNT.
USMNTs, or you can say US men's national team.
I think I have to say, yeah.
US men's national team.
US men's national team midfielder Weston McKennie will rejoin the World Cup squad just as soon as he's done with the upcoming National Conference final against Eastern McKennie.
Easton McKennie.
I wonder who will win.
I wonder as well. Okay, what's next?
United States men's national team midfielder Weston McKennie
Hmm.
will rejoin his World Cup squad just as soon as he's done with the upcoming movie genre final against Rom-Com McKennie.
Rom-com McKennie.
I wonder who will win.
I wonder who will win that as well. I think rom-com edges it over Western these days,
Makes sense.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
What else you got there?
Well, I think it would be something completely different. United States men's national team midfielder Weston McKennie
Uh-huh.
will rejoin his World Cup squad just as soon as he's done with his national budget hotel chain championship.
Ah.
I think he will win.
Yeah, he's the best Western McKennie, I would say.
Yes,
I think he's the best one of all of them.
I
Pretty
think
good.
so. How many people could you fit inside Weston McKennie, I guess?
Probably 180,
Yeah.
I think. Some
Text.
rooms bigger than others, but there we go.
Love a good hotel room.
John, what have you seen from the game so far?
Yeah, sorry, I'm still coming to terms with that series of jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
Genuinely hurts me to sit down right now, and that's the most painful thing I've had to endure in the past couple of days.
Yeah, I think it's been. I mean, there's been a lot of stoppages. We've not seen a lot of football, but very clear that Germany are trying to make the most. Do you want me to sit up? Yeah, there we go. Germany are trying to make the most of width in this game. In the previous games they've played quite narrowly, but because Paraguay are sitting deeper, they're trying to use particularly Zane on the right hand side to try and generate some momentum there, and then Nathaniel Brown and Florian Wirtz interchanging on the other side. They've not had a huge amount of joy in terms of getting into the box and generating decent chances, but I think they've done a pretty good job of preventing Paraguay from having anything in the other direction. So yeah, half of the side of their game has been good. The other half needs a little bit of work, but yeah, it's a case of just plugging away against this low block and trying to get something against it.
Pretty much what we expected, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Off you pop back to your cupboard. We'll see you at half time, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. You coming back in, producer Ryan? There he is.
He does love that cupboard.
He loves that cupboard.
We're going to do more Isthmian League chat, or are you done with that?
Oh, yeah. Do
I think we need to get to the bottom
you
of
want
it.
to complete your correction of what I said about the Isthmian League?
So, well, you were kind of partly right. It does split. There are sections, but they're on their step. So level 8, Joe.
Right.
So
wait, can you start from the top and go down?
yeah, all right. So
Premier League, then
Championship.
Actually, can I do it just to get? And
Oh,
then you can tell me where I'm wrong.
It's a rondo.
Okay. Starts at the Premier League's the top tier.
Yeah.
Then there's the Championship at 2.
Yeah.
At 3 there's League 1.
Yes.
At 4 there's League 2.
Yes.
Very confusing.
You sound like you're doing like a
Very confusing.
UK chart rundown right now.
Then at 5 we're in non-league. Like
Yeah.
we're now outside of the fully professional leagues. So we're in the conference.
It's not called that.
The
though.
Premier Conference,
No.
the Conference Premier League.
No.
The
It's been called this for a long time.
what's it called?
The National League.
The National Conference League.
No,
Yeah.
it's called the National League.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
what
word
I'm saying.
conference.
It's
is
not the
before.
National
League. It's
Europa
the National
Conference League.
Okay, and then in the 6th tier is the National Conference.
No,
Mm.
The National Conference of Western McKennies.
no.
The-
Someone
Alright,
did
what
say
is it? You
East
take
McKenny
over
sounds
from
like a
here.
Scottish football team, though, which was quite good.
Tell me now.
That's when it splits National League North and National League South.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was saying before.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
Conference North.
That's at 6th tier.
Yes.
Then what's the 7th tier?
Northern Premier League Premier Division, Southern Premier League, Southern League Premier Division, and Southern League Premier Division South. Sorry, Premier
And then
Division
is that the 8th
Central.
tier now?
So you got Northern Premier League, Southern League Premier Division, Southern League Premier Division South. Sorry, Premier Division Central, Premier Division South. There's so many words. Isthmian Premier Division. There
Okay,
you
so
go.
that's at the 6th tier, the 7th tier.
It's the 7th tier, and then below that,
Yeah.
there's Isthmian League Division 1 South Central, Division
Central.
1 North, Division 1 South East, and the Southern League
And
Division
go-
1 South.
Oh, very close.
offside.
Very close.
Central is in like geographically located in the centre of the country. So the
Yeah, because I think there are like some Midlandsy teams that technically play in that as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
And
know
just to be clear, that means that if you started a new team,
Mm.
where would you start? In a pub league or something? How far down are you starting? What's Sunday league? What's considered Sunday league? Do we know?
They're not in the pyramid at all.
They're not in the pyramid.
They're not in
no.
the pyramid.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
So
Amateur.
if you started an official team, which tier of football?
I think it would be down. It would be the official level would be something like 12.
Right,
I think
and then that would just be one of like
potentially even lower. Like
numerous regional.
because it's quite similar in Germany, right? There are fewer.
I'll do it. The Bundesliga, the
Yeah.
Zweite Bundesliga,
Yeah.
the Dritte Bundesliga.
No.
How do you?
Dritte Liga.
The Dritte Liga,
Yeah.
and then the Vier Liga.
Close.
Yeah,
I'll give you the proper
the League of
ones.
Fear,
That's the scariest one.
mm.
where the results are horrifying every weekend.
Yes.
So you have the top 3 are the only national.
Everyone wants to get relegated, of course, so they can play in the Thumps League. Yeah, because it's a lot of fun in the Thumps League.
Exactly, yeah.
That was better than any joke you've written this tournament.
That was good.
He just riffed it. See.
It wasn't better, but what were you saying?
So only the top 3 divisions in Germany are national. Everything else is regional.
Right.
Underneath
Okay.
that.
Yes.
So it goes to Regionalliga, and then it goes into the state and
Right.
country, like city leagues. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Well, Havertz with a throw in. Here we go. Oh, straight into the box. That Havertz.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's not a lot of space, is there?
Away. That's
Someone
what they're good.
He got the ball, got kicked
see,
in.
it was like when animals pretend they're dead.
Oh,
And
Havertz does that. It's so frustrating watching him do that. Waits for someone to touch him, throws himself to the floor to win a free kick because that's the only way his team can score, Kaya.
And yet they do score.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, I had a question. What would a TIFO 11 look like? Who plays where?
What you mean of the people here?
Yeah.
It's far too self-indulgent for us to answer.
Is it?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need to recruit quite a few ringers as well, I think.
Can I do it then? Because I'm technically.
I'd be number
No.
10 'cause I'm very creative.
No, John. The only
John
thing I
would
will
be
say
a-
is that John and JJ have a frequent argument about who'd play in the middle. We all know the truth, but we don't say it out loud because it will upset one of them.
It's John, right?
John, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't say it out loud.
But we can do.
Famously, you can
It's
have
John.
more than one in the middle, can't you?
No, not
No?
in the TIFO.
Okay, can't share.
No, that was a five-a-side team. that we
Oh,
played
sorry.
as,
You could both play in the middle.
I
But
imagine
think
Kai
that's
would be a
essentially what
centre
we're
half.
doing.
John likes to dribble. I like to
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
That's the way to.
That's a
Per- Kai would be
perfect combo in midfield.
Yeah.
Kai would be
The yin
the
and
Per
yang.
Mertesacker of the TIFO 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tall, blonde, and slow.
No, essential, calm, and a leader
Oh, thanks.
among
man.
the chaos. Joe Devine in goal.
This game's a bit boring, isn't it? I don't want to say it out loud, but
Because that's
I
what all the
I know
games
people
are.
really
Really the big
hate it
team
when I
against the
say-
smaller one, though. This is what happens every time.
No, I know, but I people get furious with me when I say I'm bored by a game, but I am a bit bored by this one.
I'm furious with you.
I'm trying to get into it. Help me get into it.
They're in the box.
Oh,
that
see
doesn't get you
that.
into it. I don't know what will.
That's more of a foul on Havertz than the thing he went down the floor.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because he sort of guides him off the ball.
Yeah, he's yeah. Interesting, that one.
Well, this game really just needs a Germany goal, and then we're off, right? That's the thing.
I think I'd rather a Paraguay goal for the intrigue.
But the Paraguay goal wouldn't really change anything, would it?
But it would add a lot more sort of
Urgency for
urgency and sort of
Germany.
I would
Pretty urgent,
worry a
aren't
bit. I would worry a bit for Germany if Paraguay took the lead here.
I'm worried for Germany now.
I just want someone to rocket one out from 30 yards.
Here we go.
Ooh,
Think
it
about it.
looked like he
I
was
thought he was
Pavlovic
gonna
for a
do it then.
second. Oh, Havertz had a go at it.
How many bodies are behind that ball?
Do you think Almiron's going to go down here? Oh, he was looking for it.
He wants to, yeah. Lovely.
I mean, this is an extended period of pressure now, which I feel like Germany haven't been, despite having most of the possession, they haven't really been able to exert this
No.
kind of
What was
pressure.
the thing John was saying is they want to be a bit quicker. And normally they try and punch the ball through the middle, but they're defending so well.
There's just no space.
Yeah, there's just no way to do it.
Yeah.
They're
Do you
so much
think-
deeper than they want to be. But like I said, they can't push up because Sané's too fast. And they can't leave that ball through the middle.
Sorry, this comment just made me laugh because it's like I'm watching a TIFO podcast. Someone said, "Steve is the manager, right, Steve?"
Steve would write that. Steve's going to try and join us for
Oh, amazing.
a game next week, by the way.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
JJ, do you think this kind of defending is sustainable for 90 minutes in this kind of heat for Paraguay?
If they do it, then yes. And if they don't, then it's the idea. That's the thing. You have to set up a way to defend, right?
Yeah. What I meant is like, do you think there'll be a point maybe at some point, probably after like the final hydration break, where you think they'll think maybe we should give this a bit of a go? Or do you think they'll just try and lock
I think
it down?
they might make it a 15-minute game and just try and push at the end.
Yeah,
I also think the best way of scoring is probably by doing this and hitting on the break.
yeah.
And also, like, the more they do this, the more frustrated Germany get, and then it just becomes annoying.
True.
No, that's just good defending, but they can't get out now. Is the thing. It's so hard to get out. Oh, go away. Is that a foul?
I didn't think so.
It's a free kick. Let's see.
Great slow mo.
He looked so beleaguered.
It's
by
very.
the end of that run.
What's the Vietnam War film with Willem Dafoe in it, where he gets
What's that? Platoon.
Platoon?
Platoon.
It reminded me of Platoon when his arms sort of go in the air like that. That's what it felt like.
We'll have Adagio for strings playing in the background.
That would be a really good, like, Instagram reel. Just someone must have done that. Just
Sure.
slow mos
Sure
of
they would.
people just falling over.
It was
in
a
football
popular
games.
meme back in the early days of the internet. Just to put that on anyone falling. I mean, I guess it had been parodied to death in
Tropic Thunder.
Hot Shots.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
Hot
Yeah.
Shots Part 2
Hot
specifically.
Shots Part 2, yeah. Well, JJ has receipts for Hot Shots Part.
What's that?
I'm just saying, I love that you knew the specific film that it is
I've
that it's
watched,
referenced in.
watched all those to death. Yeah,
God, in the early 2000s, they used to have all those parody movies.
they're great. It was always the same lads as well. Zucker,
Yeah.
David Zucker was his name, I think. You ever watch Airplane 2, which was not made by the same people who made Airplane 1?
I don't think so. Oh,
Give him a houk there, didn't he?
he did. I thought that looked like it could have been a foul.
Not the referee's making it a contact sport. Except for him. There we go.
Was it you, Joe, that was telling me that Airplane was originally supposed to be like a serious film, and then they just started adding jokes to it?
It was not me.
No, it's,
Some-
that's
some-
also not true.
I'm sure
Not
that's not true. I
Yeah.
mean, that would be an
It's
incredible.
a wild,
Someone was
wild
telling me
cast
that.
for a drama.
I mean, I could have just
I think someone's
heard it in a
leg.
dream.
The most
I don't
likely
know.
thing is a confusion with Leslie Nielsen being a previously serious actor
that
before
might
that.
be it. Yeah.
So he was a real actor.
He still is a real actor in Aeroplane as well.
Yeah.
He's just a comic actor.
Yes.
I was just sort of
That's
being
true.
pedantic for
Did
fun.
you ever see the golf instruction video that Leslie Nielsen was in? It's one of the funny things. How to play golf. Hang on, let me remember what it's called. You might be able to find it on YouTube, actually. Leslie Nielsen's Bad Golf Made Easier.
Okay. What's that?
It's how I play golf.
Sounds great.
It's very, very funny.
Who's that?
I don't play golf to feel bad. I play bad golf, but feel good.
It's quite a good motto for life,
Yeah.
isn't it? I didn't recognise that famous person.
No,
in the
neither.
crowd.
Did it say anything on the comms?
They said he's enjoying it so far. They may have said his name, but I didn't hear. I didn't hear that part.
He also had quite a stern face on, so it's a big
Unle-
assumption.
Unless
My
his name
guess-
is so far.
Yeah, it could be.
He's enjoying it.
The other
So
thing that
far.
Germany do to break down these blocks normally is fire one-touch passes, but they're just going a little bit slower than they should, really.
Well, yeah, I guess John was saying that they don't have the natural players for width, apart from Sane, maybe.
They missed Serge Gnabry, I think. Just
Where
as
is
another
Serge Gnabry?
rubbish. He's injured.
No, but
Right.
in the past games, so it's often referred to as like minimum width, so they just play as wide as the opposition fullbacks are,
Right.
really. And they make the pitch nice and small, so they're all gathered together so they can fire the 1-2s. But I wonder if they're so worried about the Paraguay counter-attack that if they do that, it just leaves you a bit more open. You
Yeah.
gather together. Very even game in that Germany haven't scored. Don't know what I'm saying. I just thought I'd say something.
No, I
Paraguay
like
haven't
that you
scored
said
either.
something.
I don't even know why I think that.
Do you know, we were talking earlier about how hard it is to commentate.
Yeah.
Do you want to try for a bit? If I do
Yeah.
comms, will you do co-comms?
Yeah, I can do whatever
Yeah?
you like.
Okay. Paraguay with a little bit of the ball here. They haven't seen much of it. I'm doing that's cricket, isn't it? I've gone cricket straight away.
Yeah.
Much
It's a bit
too
soft,
relaxed.
Well,
yeah.
Joe, I've done commentary on the hit Netflix show. What's it called? The
Baby reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm credited.
You promised me that's true, although I couldn't hear it when I watched it.
And you couldn't
I am
remember the
on
name
there.
of the
You
show.
can just make out my voice in like about the 1 second of it. I also did commentary on there was a show called 1975. About
Right.
The Troubles.
Were you doing commentary or co-commentary?
commentary to
Commentary.
myself? So I gave them options. I gave them like an English commentary version,
Yeah.
just a normal Scottish one, and then I always ask if they want me to do a different voice for it, like put on a voice. But
In which case, you do the commentary and I'll do the co-comms.
okay, Germany here. That's like the Scottish guy. Liam McLeod is the one I always copy.
Okay, yeah.
So I just changed the little voice.
Here we go.
Germany now building Paraguay. settled back. Germany still struggling to find a way through.
That ball in wasn't good enough, JJ.
The melody's always got to be funny. You know, they do this thing and they're like, well, it's a free kick for Paraguay.
Yeah, because they're reading their notes. That's
Yeah,
what-
I don't know. They
It's
always
note reading, yeah.
they learned it. So it's like they're doing a song.
I've learned to talk in a way, because of so many podcasts with people who have opinions, I've learned to talk in a way, I just did it naturally by accident, where I leave a pause in the middle of the sentence instead of between sentences so people don't interrupt me. And I run sentences together and I pause halfway through so that people know I'm not finished. It doesn't work.
That would be good for
anyway.
stand-up as well, wouldn't it? Because I'm going to get heckled in the middle of a bit.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Paraguay with a rare
We're on the outside now.
bit of possession.
Close
on the
that.
outside.
It's more like radio commentary. That though,
That's the first. That's Paraguay's first corner, isn't it?
They had one in like the first minute.
Oh, never mind. I'm
They
not
had
very
a good
at
chance
commentating.
from
I
it.
think you were writing your joke.
You were literally on your way out to.
I was
write
writing
a
my-
joke at that
right,
point.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a
Ooh.
quite nauseating shot there.
We're on the spider cam.
Spidey cam moved a bit quick.
It's my cam.
What's he throwing away there?
There's some gum, I think.
Just do what the linesman says. Stop messing around. What benefit do you get from like? Almiron trying his best to wind up the linesman. Throws the ball into the air.
Go on.
Ooh.
Punched away by Neuer.
Ooh.
Good delivery.
Is it going to fall to a Paraguay player?
Paraguay stopped the counter
Yes,
just
good
as Havertz
stopping.
looked like he was going to sneak through. Almiron now
again.
takes on his man. Puts the
Oh,
ball
what
wide.
that's a lovely reverse
The
ball.
ball into the box.
Go on.
It's the goal!
That was a lovely goal. Wow.
Julio Enciso.
Cannon of a header.
Wow, how about that?
I thought he'd really
Incredible.
overcooked the cross because he absolutely whacked it in.
Got to put the power on it to
No,
get.
yeah.
Somebody should have Julio Enciso him just to prevent that goal. Incredible.
What a
How
great
about
goal.
Wish you'd said Julio Enciso no to that joke.
Yeah.
that? What did you say, Kyle? What did you say?
Don't worry.
Sorry, I
It's
wasn't
not
listening.
worth repeating. It's not worth repeating.
What a dance that is. A lovely dance. It's nice to see a dance, isn't it?
A dance for all Paraguay.
Joe's gone back into commentary mode. What a lovely dance
What a
that is.
lovely dance that is. Do you know, I also was very happy with the security there of the rest defence. It's the reverse pass there from Almiron as
Reverse
well.
pass
That's
does
just
him, yeah, it's
wonderful.
brilliant.
There's
Yeah,
far
Really good
too
goal.
much space. That is, I have to say, I'm sorry.
Who's
I'm
that there?
sorry to,
Mecha and...
the German football team, but that is
It's completely free.
abysmal defending.
Yeah.
Is that Mecha and Kimmich?
There's,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Oh, there
one
as
within
well.
2 meters of him.
That's really poor.
That's so poor.
Great move though. Well worked.
Great move, well worked. You're right. And they seized the opportunity when the defense was a little bit unsettled.
Yeah.
But you would hope that after a corner, that the centre backs wouldn't have switched off immediately.
Yeah. Well,
How about that?
Paraguay have form for holding on to 1-0 leads, defending a low block. Unfortunately, did it against Turkey and did it very well. Even did it with 10 men.
How about that?
So they'll be confident of seeing this out here.
My second hydration break joke is for you, Kaya, by the way.
Oh, good.
It's a turkey joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I assumed it'd be some sort of sunburn joke.
No, not about sunburn.
Okay, that's good.
I would never joke about the seriousness of your sunburn.
Honestly, I think it's going to last a few days, so
Yeah,
you've got time.
that's incredible.
I think it's going to last a few days, so
I'm quite happy Yeah. for
you've got
Paraguay.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They played very
I think
well.
that's nice. I think they
incredible.
deserve that because they've
I'm
defended
quite
Yeah.
happy for Paraguay.
so much better than
Yeah.
like for,
They
for
played
long
very
periods
well.
of
It's
Germany.
nice.
I think they deserve that
but
because
they
they've defended
Yeah.
5 minutes so
Yeah.
much better than
This is why,
like for
I
longer
always
periods
want
in
the
Germany
underdog
No,
to
could
win
manage
these
to in
games.
Sure.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean,
when
on the
this is
face of
why
it, it's Germany that are
I
the
always
underdog.
want
Am I
the
right?
underdog to Well- win these games.
Sure. I'm not right.
Especially
I mean,
when,
on the face of it, it's
yeah.
Germany that are the underdog. Am I
No.
right? Hey?
But you know when the big team just doesn't turn up,
Not
like when the
right.
big team doesn't do what it's supposed
Yeah.
to do,
Yeah.
it's really annoying. So you're like, well, I don't want you to win now. But you know when the big
That's
team just doesn't turn
essentially,
up, like when the big team doesn't do what they're supposed to do,
yeah.
it's
My
really
takes on
annoying. So you're
England
like, well, I
generally
don't
come
want you to
from.
win now.
That's
They should be doing
what
much
happened
better
with
than
England
they do.
against
Like,
Panama.
where
I mean, they did turn up in
um,
the second half,
my
but
takes
they
on
certainly
England
didn't for
generally
the
come
first.
from.
It's what
They should be
happened
doing
with-
much
it's what
better
happened
than
with
they
England
do.
against Panama.
They're
No.
walking
I
too
mean, they did
slow.
turn up in
Go
the second half,
fast.
but they certainly didn't for the first.
Joe, you did say that a Paraguay goal wouldn't
They're
make you
walking
more
too slow.
engaged in the
Go
game. But I feel
fast.
like it has.
I didn't say it wouldn't make me more engaged in the
Joe, you
game. I
did
said
say
it wouldn't
that
change
a
the game.
Paraguay goal
okay.
wouldn't make Yeah, you yeah. more engaged
And
in
it
the
hasn't
game. but I feel
because
like it
what's
has.
happening
I
now
didn't
is
say it wouldn't
exactly
make
the
me more
same as
engaged
what
in
was
the game. I
happening.
said it
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
change
change
the
the
game.
game.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
And it hasn't.
Because
Scotland
what's
tried to
happening
do
now
against
is exactly
Morocco.
the same as what was happening
You know
before.
what?
Yeah,
I've
exactly,
boxed
yeah.
there a long time there.
Hit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Rubbish.
Kaya.
That's what Scotland tried to
Was
do
it
against
Kimmich?
Morocco.
Yeah.
It was Kimmich. That ball's bounced in the box for a long time there.
Well,
Hit.
Ryan,
Lovely.
you'll know better than us because
Rubbish.
you lived in
Was it
Germany.
Kimmich? Yeah.
Well, you still
was
half
Kimmich.
live in Germany half the time. What
Well-
will the reaction be like at home right now?
Not good. There'll be a number of ex-German pros ready, or kind of being like, "Well,
Getting ready to lean in.
I told you so." Yeah, yeah. Everyone.
Was it is this a told you so moment? Is it?
Well, I just think that there are like Seb covers it a lot more, and obviously actually kind of is a proper journalist and is around a lot of those briefings.
He's here next week.
Yeah,
by the way,
so if they're still in the tournament, then we'll get more of a lowdown from him. But there has always been a bit of a thing about Julian Nagelsmann from certain portions of the media. I think just because he is different to what a typical
Right.
national team,
yeah.
like German national team coach is.
Okay.
And he got a lot of that at Bayern. It was
Is it a bit like
Skateboard
he's
stuff.
young?
the
he's
longboarding into
alternative,
training,
yeah,
and
he's
you
on the
know,
longboard. He dresses differently.
but I think that, like for example, before the previous Euros, I think we might have even talked about it last week. They had that horrific run of form and really bad performances, and I think they lost 2 or 3 games in friendlies, and there was the Havertz at left back experiment, and people were expecting him to be in real trouble. And then I think, to be honest, they were really unlucky against Spain in the Euros and probably could have gone on to actually win that Euros.
Right.
So I think there's I might be wrong, but there always does feel like a little bit of an element of kind of waiting for Nagelsmann to muck up.
Okay.
But Germany have a chance here, and it's deflected just wide.
They had a similarly poor run before this one as well, because they
Yeah.
lost to Slovakia in qualifying.
Yeah.
Weren't always convincing. I think they only secured it in the last game, wasn't it? But they played.
Yeah.
They smashed Slovakia in the reverse game and were very good then. But I feel like, from what I've read of Seb stuff and what you've been talking about there, and also what I've read elsewhere, like the German media aren't necessarily convinced by Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann hasn't found a consistent thing that's worked for him yet. There's been a lot of chopping and changing of ideas, and he's changed his mind a lot. So has said things in the past like Goretzka's going to be a key midfielder for me forever, and then obviously Goretzka isn't even at this tournament.
Oh, here we
He's
go.
there. He's on the bench.
Sorry,
Yeah.
isn't even
These
in the
lads
lineup,
learn how
I
to
meant.
shoot.
What a cat.
But no, I agree. I think Goretzka has had like a few. There was the time at Bayern where it looked like he was being frozen
What a
out, and
kick
then he
that
played his
was.
way back in and became a really important, reliable squad player, and also just he's quite a leader. Goretzka, I think he's probably still a little bit of an underappreciated
It's
midfielder.
offside here, right?
Great tackle.
I think we should talk about this on the podcast though, regardless of what happens, because on the TIFO podcast later, because I think this Nagelsmann story is just so interesting anyway, given like what he's perceived to be, where he's at right now. I've talked to John about this over the last sort of 6 months or so, particularly because his name comes up even just from fan chatter in reference to every like elite club job going. But he's like, based on the type of football he plays, when he stepped out of the club game to go to be an international manager, where he is now and where he'll be, where the game will be when he comes back, he might not be like in the top tier anymore.
True.
Or maybe he'll play a different kind of football again, or maybe he will have to adapt to what has changed since he left. It's not as straightforward as it might seem.
Yeah, I think it's also been just quite a weird. Someone in the chat said, "Is it that the players aren't good enough, or does he not get his tactics across in an effective way?" I think it's just a little bit of. It's quite an odd. Feels like the German national team's on the men's side is in a bit of a weird era because. You had Kroos come back for that Euros, and then Gundogan and Kroos retiring afterwards. Manuel Neuer probably should have retired from international football quite a while ago.
Right.
Thomas Müller, Mats Hummels. A lot of I think, Neuer must be the only member of the World Cup winning squad who's still there. And that does kind of like haunt the team a little bit, I think. But Seb actually wrote a really great piece, which is on The Athletic, about the weird Euros that Germany's been having off the field.
Yeah.
And that even like Klopp doing punditry and saying something like, he's like Nagelsmann is the national team coach for now, and then repeating for now. It's just like, it just creates conversations within the media
Did he
that
do on purpose?
I don't know. He did apologise in a very Klopp
he
way
apologised
afterwards, where he he basically said, you know,
By
I'm
the way. Oh,
however old he is. It's like, was he 58, Klopp, or something like that? He said, I'm 58 and I'm still like an idiot every day, or something like that, you know.
I'm 58 and I'm still young enough to be the Germany manager.
Who, Klopp?
That's my interpretation.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I think that's
That's my
probably one of the
speculation.
That's probably one of the only jobs that he would
Sure.
want to do. You know,
I'm also available for the Germany manager job if anyone's interested.
but I'm not sure. I think he's having too much of a good time at his Red Bull gig.
Sometimes too much of a good time is not a good time.
True.
You know,
True.
you ask me after I've eaten several bars of chocolate, I'll tell you. Things can get sticky, you know. Okay.
That's half
Half-time,
time.
a clap for Paraguay, I think. Fantastic. What a fantastic job. John, we've got John at the big board. John's returned from the tactics cupboard. John, you came storming in. You marched in here. You went straight over to the big board. Methinks you have something to say.
I just wanted to break down the goal a little bit and talk a bit about how we've talked about this a few times actually. When you're playing against a low block, you have to concentrate to try and find ways of breaking the block down, but you also have to concentrate defensively, and I think often that's where teams fall down.
Yeah.
We looked at, I remember the Turkey concession of a goal against Australia right at the beginning of the tournament.
Don't
Sorry
remind
to bring
Kaya.
that up, Kaya.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But the same thing happened there, where a little bit of a defensive lapse led to a goal, and it's an uphill.
I would
battle
say
from there.
a massive chunk of defensive lapsing.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of space that Enciso found himself in.
Yeah, so essentially this is from the fallout from a set piece. So it was a corner that goes in, ball is played out, Kai Havertz goes to clear it out, doesn't manage to get it, and it's fed wide to Almiron.
Yep.
And in this situation, there's two things to notice. One is that your back line is still in their set piece orientation, right?
Yep.
So you've got a back line that is not going to push out. They're going to stay in this line. Your forward line have pressed out to try and win the ball back. And what you have to be super careful of is not allowing this area in the half space, in the penalty area, to get exposed, because if they do that, then what will end up happening inevitably is there'll be a massive space opening out between the back line and the midfield line.
Yeah.
Now in this situation, this is fine. You've got Nathaniel Brown fronting up against Almiron. You've got the fullback making the run into the channel behind. And at this point, Pavlovic has two options, right? He can either come across here and double up with Nathaniel Brown with the assumption that Brown will drop into the space, or he can fall into that space himself. And the problem is that I think he makes the wrong decision. He decides to cover Almiron, who cuts back inside, and they end up in this scenario here where Nathaniel Brown steps in with Almiron, so does Pavlovic, and it just allows the fullback to get into that space. And once you're in this scenario, it's game over, I think, because as we've said, that back line can't step out, and what you see happening then is that space, that almost tennis court size space, opening out between the back line and the midfield, and all the fullback has to do here is find the Julio Enciso in that space, no pressure whatsoever, and he can head it in. So really nice work from Paraguay, but just another example of a team who has a lot of possession. We're talking 80% possession through the game, making one defensive lapse, and now it's going to be even harder for them because we're not going to see Paraguay coming out in the second half wanting to try and decompress at all.
No, okay. I mean, pretty much what we expected. When the scoreline, not what we expected to see necessarily, but the way that the game has played out is pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, and again, I think Germany are being shown up to be not physical enough. What we've seen from Paraguay is them being really quick out of their block into pressures, and the Germans almost feeling as though because they're playing against the low block, they can just move the ball slowly, and they're getting caught out time and time again because they are being they're just being patient on the ball, but there's so many instances of them having to work the ball one side to the other, not the neat and tidiness that you need to have to move the ball quickly, but also when that physicality comes in, they're not ready for it and they're losing the ball, and that's going to be what is going to hurt them. The sequence that the corner came from was begun by them not being able to protect the ball and being surprised by the intensity of the Paraguay players to step out and get the ball forward. So more of the same from Germany, and they've made their jobs even harder.
Very exciting. Well, you can rejoin us for the second half, or you can stay with us now as Kaya gets his opportunity to rematch against
Yes.
an FC26. If you want to take a 10-minute break, JJ, now's a good time to do so. Ryan, you're not allowed to go anywhere, though. You've got to read the chat. Engage with the chat. Listen, chat. If you want to ask us questions, John will stick around, and Kaya and I are going to have this game. You can talk to Ryan. And Kaya, it's your turn to random. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Come on. Good random.
Someone said in caps. Brilliant analysis, John.
Echo that.
There you
Brilliant.
go.
I'm going to switch
Rotherham.
again. Dangerous. Oh,
Oh
Sentencing.
my
You
God.
know,
What are you
Sentencing,
doing
John's-
to this
John's team,
game?
they have the incredible players.
How are you doing this?
I don't know.
I mean, what? Okay.
All right, fine. I'll go again.
No, you can
no,
have
it's fine. I'm taking Shanghai.
You
I'm
can
taking
have
Shanghai
them.
because
Oh, wow.
I wasn't complaining. I'm not complaining so far.
He just doesn't like Timothy Chalamet. That's why I didn't want to be next.
I'm sick of the assertion being that I can't win because I'm constantly playing as the
I
better
mean,
team.
when we've played
So I'm
as
gonna play
level
as the
teams,
worst team.
I have beaten you.
I wasn't
so-
sitting forward and I was still hosting. Since then, I'm leaning forward and now Ryan's going to host the game.
Okay.
Okay.
And the players are walking out onto the pitch. And
Thank you. Ryan.
Yeah.
That's right. Do your Guy Mowbray impression. Right, here we go. Things are happening now.
I probably could do one, but I don't think I might want to get a few reps in before I debut it on a live stream.
Oh dear.
So Joe is in the blue kit.
I'm in
Kaya,
orange.
From this angle, it kind of looks a bit
Looks red.
salmony.
Yeah.
Don't
It
say
might
the
be
word
something
salmony
Might
around
be
me
something to
right
do
now.
with
That's what I mean, that's
sunburn.
what I was
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood, Ryan.
Got a rare laugh from producer Jamie there.
What am I
he's coming up with the
doing
wrong one.
here?
That's a penalty.
That's a
That's
what?
penalty.
Is what?
And he's such a specific player. Like it's hard to it's hard to think of another player in world football who completely mimics the skill set of Thomas Müller, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so taking
I mean,
someone
there's a
that
position
unique
named after
out.
him.
I do think that every fan's solution to any problem is always like the solution is just off the pitch. So as soon as a player like Müller leaves, everything that is wrong with the team would have been fixed by Thomas Müller. I actually think that like Toni Kroos was arguably more important to this team in the Euros. But yeah, I guess if you're breaking down a low block, someone like Müller is a useful player to have in that.
And also runs from deep, right? There was something that Ilkay Gundogan was was a
Yeah.
master at as well, and something they had for the previous Euros as well. Even though obviously later era Gundogan, and it feels like that's what I was saying before about how it feels like it's not really like stuck between eras, but it maybe feels like this Germany team at the moment feels a little bit like it's not quite looking forward, and it's not quite looking back. It's kind of a bit torn between the two.
I agree, and again, it comes back to the question of profiles.
I didn't do anything!
Okay, how do you take a penalty? I don't know how.
I literally didn't press a single.
I feel as though like
That must sound
Button.
amazing, by the way,
Don't
when we're
look
talking
at-
about player
don't look
profiles.
at
And
the
Kai's
Yeah,
just
well,
like,
that's going to make any difference.
People used to do that in the past, didn't they? How do you do it?
I
Is it
mean,
the
what?
same? Is
Because
it-
Gaston
It's the
did
same.
differently
It's the
there.
same.
but yeah,
even I scored a penalty
you know,
on here the
it's
other
I
day.
guess the thing for me is
No,
like
you
with
press
the game
circle.
changers
Press-
in this team, right? It's
You want to press
it's kind of
R1?
hard to see where that's coming from. You would say Florian Wirtz,
I don't know how.
Wirtz doesn't really have the players in front of him. who are
Oh
seem
my
on the
gosh.
same
To be fair,
level
that
as
was
the
very close to being
So
an
it's-
unbelievable.
Yeah,
right.
penalty.
And
By
Yeah,
the way,
terrible.
the approach play was
has just not been the same
unbelievable.
since
It was
his
the win
injury.
rate.
And that's the real quiz.
You know,
Listen, if you're going to
the Undav
complain about
experiment
things,
has
you also have
not
you
worked
can't
in
have
this
your cake
game.
and eat it. You can go the other way
I
as well.
very much
I
can.
wonder
I've
whether
just
or
been
not.
in
I mean, there was
San
obviously
Sebastian,
pressure
a lot
for
of bad
Nagelsmann to
cheesecake.
bring Undav in
Well,
after
you
he
And you've come back.
scored in
again,
the group
as
stages.
discussed.
But
I'm going to wait.
I
I've got a
wonder whether or
question,
not the
but
idea
I'm
was
going to wait
to
until
play
John
Havertz
gets on the
deep as
mic.
well,
That
just
was a
to
lovely
give
ball.
a little bit more.
Now remember when
steer in
Ryan's
the
talking,
midfield
don't
as well.
Sorry,
and-
Ryan.
big
and,
noise.
I
you
got
know,
carried
that
away.
hasn't
It's
really
fine.
worked either. Leroy Sané is not the level he once was.
John, producer Jamie's trying to
So
get your
you've
attention.
not really got the ability
And
to
I'm
play
playing
like
the
a
video
wide
game and I
player
can
who's
see
going to
that.
hit bylines. You boil it all
He loves
down,
to
and
do
it's
that.
kind
He
of
loves
like
to indiscriminately just walk in front of the game.
yes, there's plenty
It's
of.
his
there's
favourite
plenty
I
of
think
the
it
old
matches
guard
the
who-
vibe.
And Anna,
I
what's the
think
ball?
I think if anyone else did it, it wouldn't.
You
If
better
anyone
give
else
me the
did it,
ball
it wouldn't
back.
be. It wouldn't be fun.
Give me the ball back. We don't have all day, John. Get out of the way.
I can see the screen, John. This works for me.
Don't make me. I will actually tilt if you stand there. Okay? I will. I don't want to lose my job today. Get out of the way.
John, his job's on the line.
Listen, but we haven't got long. We've got with the games, the Germany games going to start again soon.
Okay, that was. You can't even swear on the line. Very funny.
You can't let the mask slip. Can you?
You're in trouble as soon as the streams are finished. Oh, it's all laughs now.
Oh, that's
All
very
laughs
funny.
and smiles now, but it won't be later. Oh, he's offside.
Miles offside.
It wasn't miles offside, Kaya.
There was a literal mile.
John, we got a question.
Listen,
Um,
it's a terrible.
Joe,
assertion.
what did you
Ryan,
just?
you said,
No,
you said I'm
You're
not
breaking
allowed to
your
talk
own-
over Ryan.
It's a
I can't
terrible
talk over Ryan. You're
assertion
talking over Ryan.
as a journalist for you to be so hyperbolic. Okay, I think you need to rein it in. Now, what were you going to say, Ryan?
We had a question saying, do we think that Germany are missing Thomas Müller the most?
Oh, that's interesting.
I do think that's an interesting
Something
question
I'm
because I
not
think
scared.
that kind of player
I've got Mike. Sorry.
is definitely someone that Germany do miss, and he's such a specific player. Like it's hard to like. It's hard to think of another player in world football who completely mimics the skill set of Thomas Müller, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so taking
I mean,
someone
there's a
that
position
unique
named after
out.
him.
I do think that every fan's in this team would be better.
Mm.
The issue is that the new guard don't really have any differentiators. Who are really like lifting the level of this Germany team to, and you know that you can say the same with England, right? The difference with England is they've got Harry Kane, who'll produce moments. They've got Jude Bellingham, who'll produce moments. They have those players who can, you know, if a game is like this, they can dig in and find something from there. As we've said throughout this tournament, this Germany squad relies on the system in order to paper over cracks, and then when you get into sort of negative scenarios, it's kind of like, oh, well, is the system going to dig them out of this? Probably not.
Mm.
Put Woltemade on. Put the big lads on.
Yeah, and just
out for
mix
no
it.
reason.
Tony Rudiger up
Woltemade.
top.
JJ, can we get some analysis of my goal there, please? as well?
Kyle does not seem to be able to see what you're doing off the ball. There was so many
big.
times you could have stopped all of that.
Big Fernando Muslera energy to that goalkeeping decision there.
Someone said, what Premier League team would benefit the most from a few players winning the World Cup?
That's interesting.
Bournemouth. Solution
Yeah,
to
the
any
smaller
problem is
teams,
always
the-
like the solution
all
is
the
just off the
international
pitch.
players.
So
then they can-
Bournemouth have
as
got a
soon
few
as
players there, haven't they?
as soon as a
I think they
player
all
like
do now,
Muller
don't they?
leaves,
Yeah.
everything that is
Yeah.
wrong with the team will
Fulham got
become. It would have been fixed by Thomas Muller.
This is a fun.
I actually think that like Tony
Yeah.
Kroos was
There
arguably more
must be a
important to
Fulham
this
player.
Who's him that's
team
playing for these days?
in the last in the Euro.
Well, he's at Wolves, actually.
He's come back to
But
Wolves
yeah, I
now.
guess if you're
Wolves
breaking down a
Is
low
he-
block, someone like Muller is a useful player to have in that.
Jonathan Bassey.
in that.
And also runs
Oh,
from deep,
Sander
right? Or
Berger
something
is
that Ilkay Gundogan was on.
Yeah.
Apparently there've been 7.
Yeah.
Master at
Sander
as well.
Berger.
Anthony
And
Robinson?
something they had for the previous
Anthony
Euros as well, even though obviously
7 Fulham
later
players.
era Timothy Gundogan. Castagna. And it feels like,
Sander Berger is a
that's
very
what I was saying
underrated
before about
midfielder.
how it feels like
He's
it's
a
not
very
really
good
like stuck
player.
between quite a eras, few. but it maybe feels like this Germany
interesting.
team at
Player-
the moment feels a team that little would bit benefit the like most it's from
Who's
not
been
quite
promoted?
winning the World Cup. It's not quite looking
Ipswich.
forward,
Switch, Coventry,
and it's not quite looking
Hull.
back. It's kind of a
Well,
bit
I would bet Hull have
torn between the
Coventry have
two.
got
I agree,
Haji
and again,
Wright
it comes
of
back to
US.
the question of profiles.
What about
that we've been
Spurs
talking about
and-
the whole time.
I think Spurs could
Um,
probably
He's
benefit
a
from.
Bergvall, but
Because
because
I think they're trying
I
to
feel
buy
as though,
every
like,
World Cup player.
That must sound amazing, by the way.
Maybe
While it's we're the talking about player Netherlands win the profiles, World
Cup.
and Kai's just like good for Spurs.
You could argue that
Van der
teams
Vaart
try hard not to
won't
won't benefit that much from their
Van
players
Heck.
winning World
But
Cups,
yeah,
'cause then they come back later.
you know,
in a
I guess the
slower
thing for
start
me
of
is like,
season,
who are the
World Cup.
game changers in this team?
I don't think the World Cup will
It's-
have that much of an impact on.
It's kind of hard to see where that's
If I'm
coming
honest.
from. You would
Okay,
say
stop
Florian
running
Wirtz,
all your
but
players out of their
Wirtz
defense.
doesn't
every
really have
time.
the players in
You
front of
might
him
not
who
be
are-
losing.
seem on the same wavelength as him.
He's Musiala, isn't he?
Ah.
Just block
Yeah,
the
right.
pass.
And Musiala
Musiala will-
has just not been the same since
read
his
where he's gonna
injury.
go.
And you know,
The only
the
reason
the
that
Undav
Jay last time
experiment
is 'cause
has
he realised
not
that I
worked
can't
in this
tackle
game.
dribblers, and then he
Yeah,
did.
the only reason I
I
beat you
wonder
last time
whether
is
or not.
because
I
I
mean,
realised you
there was
can't
obviously
play the
pressure for
game.
Nagelsmann
Well,
to
no,
do
I've
Undav
comfortably
into-
beat you in the other games.
Oh,
in
so
the group
close.
stages, but
You know
How
what it
about
is,
I
sort
wonder
of
whether or
to-
not the
to
idea was to get Kai
maintain a
Havertz a
level
bit
and
deeper as
compete
well,
at a
just to
certain
give
level
a little
requires
bit more
level of concentration.
steel in the midfield as
Mhm.
well.
And I
And you know that
struggled to
hasn't
maintain
really
that in the
worked
last
either.
game when I used
Leroy
the former
Sané
Jude
is not
playing
the level he
Elfsborg
once
against-
was.
You've always got an
Um,
excuse for
So
why you're losing to
you've
me.
not really
That's what
got
I'm
the
noticing.
ability to
It's
play
okay
like a
to
wide
just say
player
that you
who's
were
going to
worse
hit
in the games.
bylines.
That's
I
fine.
haven't been worse in the game.
This
You
You
think
boil
you
it all
haven't
down
been
and
worse
it's kind
in
of
the
like
games? I
the-
beat you 4-0
Yes,
in the
there's
last
plenty
three.
of there's
Now-
plenty of
now
the
who's
old guard
exaggerating?
who
It was
you
three,
show
wasn't
what
it?
them in this
Journalism.
team would be better.
How about
Yeah.
This
that?
issue
The
feels like
the
a 3-0.
new guard don't really have any
And yet the score is
differentiators
one.
who are
I don't think we
really
were
like
wrong.
lifting
I mean,
the
I'm
level
a
of this
significantly
German
worse team
to-
than it is.
And you know that you could say the
How
same
do you
with,
mean
with,
why?
with
What do you
England,
mean
right?
what?
The difference with England is they've got Harry Kane, who'll produce moments. They've got Jude Bellingham, who'll produce moments. They have those players who can, you know, if a game is like this, they can dig in and find something from there. As we said throughout this tournament, this Germany squad relies on the system in order to paper over cracks. And then when you get into sort of negative scenarios, it's kind of like, oh, well, is the system going to dig them out of this? Probably not.
Put Woltemade on. Put the big lads on.
Yeah, and just
out for
mix
no
it.
reason.
Tony Rudiger up
Woltemade.
top.
JJ, can we get some analysis of my goal there, please, as well?
Kai
he's-
does not seem to be able to see what you're doing off the ball. There was so many
big.
times you could have stopped all of that.
Big Fernando
3.5
Muslera
star
energy
team. I've got
to
two and a
that
half star team.
goalkeeping decision there.
No, it
I
isn't.
don't think a star is.
Oh.
Someone said, what
significantly worse.
Premier
thought it
League
was when I
team
was
would
playing
benefit
against
the
you,
most
No,
from
it
a
was-
few
that
players
was a-
winning
that
the
was a
World Cup?
two-star.
Oh,
I
I
agree
see.
with
That's
John.
the
I think
difference.
John knows
That's
ball.
interesting.
Bournemouth.
It's true.
I agree that
Yeah,
John
the
knows
the
ball.
smaller teams,
So you
the-
agree?
all the
John knows
international players.
ball.
I agree.
You agree.
Right.
Certainly
I
knows
think they
ball.
all do now, don't they? Yeah.
Give us more questions.
More questions before John
Uh,
gets back in his cupboard, which he loves, by the way.
This is a fun
He's-
quiz,
he loves that
Yeah,
cupboard.
he wishes
Is
he was
there
in
any
the cupboard
Fulham
now.
players at the World
Uh,
Cup?
There
So
must be a
I'm
Fulham
glad.
player.
Sorry,
Who's
going
playing
back in
for
on a
these
question
days?
because they were
Well, he's at
talking.
Wolves, actually.
He's come back to Wolves.
John,
John, what do you think is the best
he-
approach?
Um,
I'm going to ask you this, but I feel like you've
Bassey,
answered this.
is
Joe,
he-
John, what do you
Sander
think
Berger
is
is
the
a
best approach to
Fulham.
take
Yeah.
against Apparently a there's low been block? 7. Sanderberger.
Anthony Robinson.
7.
There's only one.
I think
7 Fulham
win the
players.
game.
Mix Timothy Castagna.
Yeah.
Good Rondo this.
Sander
I mean,
Berger is a
obviously,
very
like when you're
underrated
playing against a
midfielder.
low block,
He's a very good player.
There's quite a
you
few.
have to pull the block apart somehow.
Interesting.
Player team that
Unless
would
you've got
benefit
like
the
big
most from
lads.
Who's
who
been
you
promoted?
can
winning the World
consistently
Cup?
find.
Ipswich.
Switch,
Um,
Coventry.
The answer is
and
Lionel
Hull.
Messi.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
useful.
I would bet Hull. Yeah, that helps. None.
But I think
Coventry
have got Hadji Wright.
The old, I guess
What
the
about
old
Spurs?
Logic.
I think
used to be
Spurs
to
could
try and
probably
pull the block
benefit
apart,
from-
and so you
Berg,
do that
by the way,
either
getting rid
I
of
think they're trying
laterally
to
by
buy every
passing one
World
side
Cup
to the
player.
other,
Spurs.
or
Maybe if the
vertically by
Netherlands
having
win the
players
World Cup,
making
it would
runs
be
in
quite good for
in
Spurs.
behind. And
You
I
can
think
argue
we're
that
seeing less of that now
teams
because
won't
doing
benefit that
both of
much
those
from their
things
back
weakens
window
your
World Cup, 'cause then
own
they
rest
come back
defence.
later in a
So if you lose the
slower
ball
start
and you're
of the
trying to
season,
do
won't
that,
it?
then it's harder to counter press. I don't think the
Slash
World
be
Cup will
open.
have that much.
So
So
what
what
we're
we're seeing a lot of
on
teams
the
doing
domestic
now
game,
is
if I'm
actually
honest.
not bothering to try
Okay,
and
if you
break low
stop
blocks
running
down
all your players out of their
by
defence,
just
every
pressuring them
time.
and squeezing them in
You
and,
might
and
not be
pulling the block
losing.
apart so much as because so many of these teams now trigger on
just block the pass.
backwards passing. They just you'll
do
see
that?
teams against the low
Just
block just
read
pass
who's
the
gonna
ball
go.
backwards, open out the block.
The
And
only
the
reason
reason
I
go
beat
for
you
last time is
Did you
because you
belly
realised
goal
I can't
against
tackle
Croatia
dribble
was
like a nice
an
Yeah,
example of that.
the
where
only reason I beat you
they
last time
sort
is
of
because
had
I
a
realised you
block
can't play the
but
game.
rather than
Well,
England
no,
trying to
thank
get
you.
comfortably beat you and
the
the
other
other going
game.
behind, they just
Oh,
recycled
so
it back round, opened up
close.
the space
No,
for
it
the
is,
back
is
and
a
then-
sort
and
of
then
to
pushed for it. So-
maintain a level.
Someone did
to
ask in the
compete
chat,
at a
like,
certain level
would
requires
Lennox
a
Carl
level
have
of
made a difference if he
concentration.
wasn't injured? I think that's the kind of player
And
that they could just
struggled to
options like that,
maintain
because
in the-
even
the
if
last game where he
Lennox
used to go
Carl
on juice playing his
doesn't
Elfsborg
start, which I
against-
don't think
You've
he
always
would
got an
have done in
excuse
the
for
World
why you're
Cup, to be
losing
honest.
to me.
Yeah.
That's
Because
what I'm
he's-
noticing.
I saw a
It's
lot of
okay to
people
just say that you were
suggesting he
worse
might
in the
have been in
games.
that starting
That's
lineup.
not been
I
worse
don't
in the
think.
games.
You think you haven't been maybe,
I
actually
beat
maybe
you
if
4-0
when
on
the
Three. Now he's
without
exactly
Gnabry
the
as
same
well,
with
maybe.
bad journalism.
Gnabry as
This
well.
this feels between them.
big, because also just
And yet the
you know,
score is one.
I don't
I
think.
think
we'll be wrong.
Is that
I mean,
fair?
I'm a
a lot of teams.
significantly worse
We've been
team
talking a
than
lot,
you.
haven't we,
What?
about how
That's-
sometimes you just
What
need
do you mean?
to.
What do you mean?
You
What?
need someone
You've
just to
got-
smash
you've got
one in
three
from
and a
like
half star
20
team, you've got
yards
2.5
against
star team.
teams that are
There's
Cindy.
three
You
star
can't
teams.
always work
No,
things
I don't
perfectly.
think a star
And
is
Serge
significantly
Gnabry is a
worse.
player
I
who
thought
can
it
do
was when I
that
was playing
and
against
has
you,
done that for
John.
No,
Bayern.
because it was that was a
Um,
two-star.
Oh,
I
I
agree
see.
Carl's
with
John
been
did it.
he's
John
had an
knows
interesting
ball.
season really, because he
True.
obviously started
I agree
a
that
lot
John knows
when
ball.
Musiala
So
was
you agree?
injured, and then he
John
just
knows
kind
ball.
of went
I
out of the
agree.
team again
Right?
and
Certainly knows ball.
wasn't
Sorry,
used as
give us
much.
more questions.
Super young.
You had
More
these
questions before
boo-boo
John gets back in his
moments where he
cupboard,
said
which he
things
loves,
shouldn't
by
have
the way.
said.
He was
He
also
loves that
doing
cupboard.
like
He
the
wishes he was
calm
in the
down
cupboard now.
celebration.
Okay, we're kicking off
I'm
again.
glad
Sorry,
By the
going
way.
back in on a question
Jessica's
because they
on.
were talking.
Brett's on.
Um,
Yeah.
John, what do you think
Who
is the
came
best
after?
I
approach?
can't see who is replaced.
I'm going to ask you this, but I feel like you've answered this. John, what do you
might
think
say him
is the
through
best
it,
approach to
actually.
take against a low block?
I might say
Goretzka is on
In
for
yeah.
Felix.
There's only one.
Mixer.
That's what I thought
Win
it
the
would be.
game.
Mixer.
Yeah.
He has-
I think that's
he's
a-
not really
I
been in
mean,
the game.
obviously,
think
like
that's
when
a
you're playing
good
against
sub.
a low block, you have to pull the block apart somehow, usually, unless
The
you've got
big
like
lad,
big
Goretzka.
lads who you just consistently find.
The answer is Lionel Messi. I think they'll have been told
Yeah.
to
Yes.
go
Useful, I'd
faster.
say.
Yeah, that helped more urgency.
But I think the old,
Yes.
I guess the old
Thinking about
would
logic
hope
used
so.
to be to try and pull the block apart.
Do we know where
and
he's
so you do that
going
either
yet?
laterally by passing one side
don't.
to the other,
Is it not?
or
MLS?
vertically by having
I thought
players
it was
making runs in,
linked to
in
MLS.
No,
behind.
apparently it's
And I think we're
wants
seeing
to
less of
focus
that now
more
because
on
way.
doing both
My
of those
God,
things
that was
weakens
so
your
deep.
own
on
rest
European
defence.
teams.
So if you lose the ball and you're trying to do that, then it's
He's
harder
been linked
to
with Arsenal. He's
counter-press
been linked with
slash
Milan.
you'll
He's
be
been linked with
open.
Atleti.
So what we're seeing a lot of teams
There's
doing
nowhere
now is
else
actually
outside
not
Goretzka,
bothering to try and break
I
low
would,
blocks
I
down
wouldn't be
by just
massively
pressuring them
against
and
it.
squeezing them in and pulling
Just
the
as
block
like a
apart so
Christian
much as because
no
so many of
Yeah,
these teams now
instead of
trigger on backwards passing. They just you'll see teams against the
He
low
played
block
plenty-
just
plenty of
pass the ball
football.
backwards, open out the block.
Yeah, he
and
had a
then-
bit
and
of
then go for it.
a
So
renaissance.
the Jude
last
Bellingham
season,
goal
right, where
against Croatia.
the
was like a
expectation
nice
was he wasn't
example
going to
of
get
that, where
played, and they thought he
they
was going
sort of had a
January,
block
and then
formed.
he ended up being
But
quite
rather
useful
than England
piece in
trying to
the end,
get have runners going in behind, they just recycled it back round.
Yeah, I just think
opened up the
he's a really good
space
player.
for attack and then-
Great
and
ball
then
in.
pushed
didn't he? Ball
for it,
in
so.
very early.
Someone did
there.
ask in the
much
chat, like,
earlier than you
would
intend.
Lennox Carl have made a difference
Carl,
if he
you've been
wasn't injured? I
relegated
think
to
that's the kind of
that
player
seat
that they
there
could
for
just
the
just
time
options
being.
like that, because even if
You've got
Lennox
Carl.
about for a bit doesn't
Yeah, if
start,
you
which I
want-
don't
if you
think
want
he
to,
would have
whatever you
done in the
like.
World
I'll
Cup.
sit in
Because
that chair.
Because he,
you
I,
shout
I
out
saw a
the,
lot of people
German
suggesting
football
he might have
knowledge
been in
from
that
the
starting
sidelines to us.
lineup
He
ahead of Sane.
maybe actually maybe
That's
if
just your
when the
mic.
Don't worry. Yeah.
without
was burning
Gnabry as
them.
well, maybe.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Gnabry as well, I think, is
It's big because also just you know, I think
unfortunate.
a lot of teams. Oh, we've been talking a lot, haven't we, about how sometimes you just need to.
Do you want the?
You need someone
God,
just
the
to smash one
slowness
in
with
from
which
like
you're
20
sitting down
yards
with your
against
sunburn,
teams that
it's
simply
making
you
me
can't
so
always
sad.
work things perfectly.
That's
And
so
Serge Gnabry
sad.
is a player who can do that and has done that for Bayern.
Did we tell the audience already
Carl's
that you
been
fell asleep
he's
on
had
the
an
beach?
interesting season.
Yeah,
really,
I
because he
don't know if the
obviously
full
started
context
a
was
lot
given.
when
Oh,
Musiala
dear.
was
I
injured,
fell asleep on the beach.
and then he just kind of
in
went out of the
Spain
team
for 3
again
hours
and
with my sunglasses on.
wasn't
He's
used
very
as
young,
much.
isn't he?
Super
He
young,
looked
yeah.
like
he had a few sort of boo-boo
A red
moments
panda.
where he said things he
Yeah.
shouldn't have said, and
Yeah, he was also doing like the calm down celebration.
Okay, we're kicking off
17.
again, by the way.
And the game.
Veska's on. As a
Goretzka's
sub.
on.
Yeah.
Ah, who came off?
Goretzka?
I can't see who he's replaced. I don't know.
Anyway, football's fun, eh?
Yeah, big time.
I might stay
like
in
to
for a
know.
bit actually.
Huh?
I might. stay in
Goretzka is on
In
for
yeah, in which
Felix
case, sit in.
Mecha.
That's what I thought it would be. He has,
I think that's
he's
a
not really been in the game.
I think that's a good sub.
The big lad Goretzka. I think they'll have been told to go faster, more urgency,
Yes,
ping it about.
I would hope so.
Do we know where he's going yet? We don't.
Was he not MLS? I thought he was linked to an MLS.
No, apparently it's he wants to
What a
focus more
throw, by
on
the way. My God, that was so deep.
European teams. He's been linked with Arsenal. He's been linked with Milan. He's been linked with Atleti.
Oh, that
There's
is a
no way
terrible
Arsenal
attempt.
signed Goretzka, surely.
Was there a
I would-
Germany change
I
at
would-
half time?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be massively
Goretzka's
against
come on
it.
for Nemecha, just as
yeah.
like a Christian Nagel.
Yeah,
Still no
instead
Musiala,
of
eh?
yeah.
So but they're being quite aggressive here, Germany. You can see.
He played
And the
plenty of
crosses
football.
again coming
Yeah,
in really
crosses
early. Oh,
getting
back post.
crossed. Yeah, he had a
possibly.
bit of a
Mm.
renaissance.
They're
last
trying to
season,
get in the
where
box when
the
Paraguay are not
expectation was he
totally
wasn't going to
settled.
get played, and they thought he would go in January. I think and just then trying to destabilise
ended
them
up
a little
being
bit, and
quite
they've got
useful, didn't they?
Goretzka box crashing. They're committing the
Yeah, I just
their
think
players
he's
quite
a really good player.
Go on.
quite high
Very
anyway,
ball.
right? They've got
All
that
in
three, and then
very early there. So
Yeah.
Pavlovic in front of them, but you're
Intent.
seeing Kimmich
Guy,
coming
you've been
across and
relegated
helping.
to that seat
Does
there.
this qualify as
for getting
jumping
it in the mixer?
You've got
I guess
think
they're out for a
so.
bit.
They're also being like
Yeah,
quite.
If you want
They're
to,
being,
whatever
they're
you
being
like.
quite aggressive with their
Also
rest
check
defence, right?
quickly.
They,
You
you
shout
saw
out
there
the,
that there was if
German
they
football
get things
knowledge
wrong,
from the
then they're
sidelines
going
to
to be
us.
wide open for a Paraguay counter. But
Well, I mean, we have to. I suppose we should emphasise as well.
Tiso's burning
If
them.
the game,
Here he
the
goes.
scoreline would stay as it is, it would be a huge surprise and a terrible, like a historically bad result for
Yes.
Germany. Yes.
do you
And
want
that's when we get
to?
shot.
God, the slowness with which you're sitting down with your sunburn is making me so
How
sad.
about
That's so
Someone
sad.
in the chat just said North sunscreen forever, whatever the weather.
Did we tell the audience already that you
That's
fell
very
asleep
good.
on the beach?
Yeah, I don't know if the full context was given,
Oh dear.
but I fell asleep on the beach
Oh,
in Spain. oh, for he's in 3 again. hours.
Oh,
and
so
Cito
bad.
Italy on.
Oh,
That's
and Cito looked
why
like
I
he
look
tried to
like
grab the ball with his hands off Neuer
red
after
panda.
he saved it. Yeah. So this could be the fun of the second half then. If they are being more aggressive with their rest defence, then maybe Paraguay will still have more. Oh, that is a terrible attempt.
Was there a Germany change at half time that I
Yeah.
missed?
Goretzka's come on for Nemecha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still no Musiala, eh?
So but they're being quite aggressive here, Germany. You can see.
And the crosses again coming in really
crosses-
early. Oh,
getting
back post
crosses in
possible there?
early.
Do you think they're trying to get in the box when Paraguay are not totally settled?
I think just trying to destabilise them a little bit, and
Yeah.
they've got Goretzka box crashing. They're committing their players quite high anyway, right? They've got that three, and then Pavlovic in front of them, but you're seeing Kimmich coming across and helping.
Does this qualify as
jumping up.
getting it in the mixer?
Yeah, I think so. They're also being like quite. They're being quite aggressive with their rest defence, right? You saw there that there was if they get things wrong, then they're going to be wide open for a Paraguay counter. But
Well, I mean, we have to. I suppose we should emphasise as well
Diego Gomez from
the
from
game.
Brighton.
Right, the
is one of
scoreline
their
would
most
stay
important
as it
forwards,
is. It would be
is
a
out.
huge
um,
surprise and a
another
terrible,
one.
like a
Uh,
historically bad
Alvarez
result.
is the centre back
for
Yes.
Germany.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
third time
And
they've
neither
put it
of
in
them
from the
get
kind of De Bruyne,
I
David
suspect.
Beckham position,
Well-
though, right? That deep across. How about that?
Someone in the chat
they'll
just
be
said
told to be
North
more urgent.
sunscreen
So
forever.
they just don't want to
whatever the
allow
weather.
them to get back in that. Basically, if they
That's
play
very
it too
good.
slow, it just makes it like a set piece in open play.
Yeah.
So then Paraguay, it's just so hard to break it down.
Oh, he's in
I
again.
think about 60
Oh,
minutes,
so
65,
close.
60 is probably when you'll
Cito
get
looked like
Undaf
he tried
taken
to
off
grab
and
the
Musiala
ball
put
with his
on.
hands
Right.
off
Or
Neuer
they'll try and
after
find a
he
way to
saved
get
it.
them both on at the same time.
So this could
Havertz
be the
might
fun
come
of the
off it so
second
much.
half then. If they are being more
I've got a
aggressive
question
with
here.
their
With
rest
every team
defence,
playing
then maybe
Harambal
Paraguay
now,
will-
which
will
I don't
still have
necessarily
more-
agree
yeah,
with.
more
You should
opportunities
describe
to
what that
break away.
means, though.
Paraguay
Yeah,
have
I
looked a
guess
real
playing
threat on the break,
lower
which
block
given the
counter football.
players
Right.
they're missing. is really
Do you think
impressive.
Arteta
Who
would
are
have
they
made it
missing?
in? How far do you
Diego
reckon
Gomez
Arteta would have made it in
from
the World
Brighton.
Cup if
Right.
he was a
One of
German
their most
manager?
important
Well,
forwards
the German team aren't
is
playing.
out.
So,
And,
I mean, I guess the
um,
question could be how far would he get with
there's another one.
Paraguay?
Maybe his
potentially.
implication is that
That-
Arteta has to
that's-
play centre back, but still, yeah.
That's the third time they've put it
yeah,
in from the kind
maybe.
of De Bruyne, David Beckham position, though, right?
That's
That
one way
deep
of reading
cross.
it. Yeah, what do I
Well,
think?
yeah, the
What do I
penalties
think
more
that
urgent, I would have thought. They
Arteta
just don't
would
want
do
to
with
allow
this
them to
Germany
get back
team? I
in that.
suppose is a fun
Basically,
question.
if they
But
play it too slow, it just makes
can't
it
buy
like a set piece and open play.
fullbacks and
Yeah.
midfielders for this
So
team,
then
can he? You'd
Paraguay,
have to
it's just
work
so
with what
hard
he
to
had.
break it
No,
As
it's
we
awful
know,
when
like
club
60
managers make
minutes, 55,
transfers,
60
isn't it? It's
is
really
probably
bad.
when you'll get
No, you're
Mbappe
right. It's
taken off
deeply
and Musiala
unfair
put
for
on.
Arsenal
Right.
having to
Or
deal
they'll
with
try and find a way to get
the
them both on at
conditions
the
they
same
have to deal with.
Havertz might
I
come
wonder
off
if
at that much.
Arteta ever will be a.
I've got a question
National
here.
team
With every
manager.
team playing
I think-
Harambul now,
To be
which I don't
fair,
necessarily
it's
agree
one of the
with.
You should
situations
describe what
where
that means, though. Right?
Yeah, I
culture is
guess
actually
playing
really important.
lower
Yeah,
block
and he's quite
counter
big on that.
football.
Right.
I
Do
can
you
see
think
that kind of
Arteta would
being
have made
something
it
he'd
in?
maybe
How far
enjoy.
do you reckon
Well, that's true,
Arteta would
although
have
he
made it in the
doesn't
World
feel
Cup
like a
if he was a
Spain
German
manager.
manager? Well,
No,
the
Scotland-
German team aren't
You're right.
playing that.
Scotland
so-
manager?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess the question would be how far would he get?
Arteta
Paraguay constantly
Maybe
plays
the
low
indication is
blocks.
Arteta doesn't play Ramble.
According to the chat.
Yeah,
Plays
maybe.
against
Right.
low blocks. Yeah, he does, to be fair.
That's one way of reading it. I do think there's a bit of a. I do
what
think
do I
there's a
think-
bit of a
what do I think
misunderstanding about why
Arteta
Arsenal
would
come up
do with
against
this
low
Germany
blocks
team,
a
I
lot.
suppose,
One
is
of
a
which
fun
is
question,
that
but
they purposefully play slowly.
can't buy
in order to not lose the ball, which means that
for this team.
opponents find it much easier to fall into those low
It's
blocks.
awful
now.
when
he
club
hates
managers
doing.
make transfers, isn't it? It's
So yeah,
really bad.
Arsenal
No,
play
you're right,
against low
it's
blocks, but
deeply
they also
unfair for Arsenal
want to
having
play
to
against
deal
low
with
blocks.
conditions
And
they have
the
to
reason
deal
why they
wonder
do
if
that is
Arteta
because
ever
they
will be
believe
a
they can use set
national
pieces to
team
make up
manager. Yeah.
I
the
think,
difference in the.
to be fair,
Which is maybe the
it's one of the
difference between this
situations
Germany
where
team and the national team.
Yeah, right.
culture is
I guess the
actually
question
really
is,
bad so far.
Yeah.
how would
he's
Arsenal
quite
get
big
good
on
at set? Sorry, Germany get good at set
I can
pieces.
see that
Yeah.
kind of
which
being
is
something he'd maybe enjoy.
which is
Well,
fair.
that's
but
true,
like,
although he
again,
doesn't feel like a Spain manager.
No.
Scotland.
we were being tongue in
Scotland
cheek when we
manager?
said, you know,
Yeah. Oh,
the
apparently
beauty
the
of domestic
Arteta
club
co-
management
constantly
is you can buy
plays
the players
low
that suit the
blocks.
style that you're
According
wanting
to the
play.
chat.
You can't do that
He's
in the-
against
Right.
low blocks.
in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
international
he does, to
game,
be
obviously.
fair.
So it'd be a question of like, how do you build a good?
I do
set-piece
think there's
team
a bit of a
for Germany.
I do think there's a bit of a
Um,
misunderstanding about why Arsenal come up against
which,
low
you know, I'm
blocks a
sure
lot.
one of which
Could be
is
done.
that they purposefully play slowly
Germany just
in order
sort of
to not lose the
passed
ball, which
ball
means
around
that
the block there.
opponents find it much
what,
easier
half
to
an
fall
hour?
into
boring,
those
isn't
low
it?
block
Like, just
scenarios.
do something.
So yeah,
Speed it up.
Arsenal
Problem is
play
every
against
time,
low
every
blocks,
time
but
they
they
try
also
something, they lose
want
the
to
ball.
play against low blocks.
Yeah.
And
And
the
again,
reason
like
why
their
they
instinct has
do
often
that is
been to
because
play
they believe
quick
they can
and
use
central,
set
but
pieces to make
it's
up
hard
the
to play quick
Yeah.
and
the
central
difference in
against
the
a team who are
Which is
sort of
maybe the
confusing
difference
the
between this
conditions.
Germany
Yeah.
team
So
and the
you're
national
forced
team.
to
Yeah,
play
right.
them
I guess the
quite
question is,
bad
then
so
and then
far.
how
It's
would
just
Arsenal
sort
get
of
good at set
risk
versus
versus
Germany get
like
good
how
at set
clean can your
pieces,
actions
which
be?
is
Yeah.
which is fair.
and again,
but
like,
this is a
again,
team that is probably built for
the
maybe being a bit
we
more
did,
direct.
we were being tongue in
So
cheek
it
when we said,
becomes,
you know,
Oh.
the beauty of
Oh,
domestic
there you go.
club
Scored.
management
What
is
a
that you can
lovely
buy the
header
players
that
that
is.
suit the
Brilliant header.
style
Was
that
it
you're
correct?
It's
Yeah.
correct.
wanting
Is
to
it
play. You
Havertz?
can't
I
do
think it's
that.
Havertz.
Havertz scored.
It's
in the
That's
international
a
game.
Florian
fantastic
Wirtz
header.
It'd
ball
be a
in.
question of like,
Again,
how
we
do you
said
build a
from
good
the very
set-piece
off,
team
like they've been trying to get balls
for
in the
Germany.
box from wide areas,
Yeah.
and it's
which you
it's
know I'm
paying
sure
off.
could be done.
This is. I feel like I've seen him score this for Arsenal a few times.
Germany
as
just
well.
sort
The
of
kind of glancing
passed the
header
ball
that's
around
almost
the
off the
block
back of his
there
head.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
He's
it's
very
so
good at that,
boring,
isn't
isn't
he?
it? Like,
From
just
open
do
play as well.
something. Speed it up.
Problem is every time they try something, they lose the ball.
buddy.
You have
Florian
to get
Wirtz
the
ball in, but again, we said
trajectory just right.
from the
Whereas
very
obviously
off,
if you're
like
playing
they've
them
been trying to get
across,
balls in the box,
there's a
from
little
wide
bit more
areas,
tolerance
Yeah.
because it can be someone behind you
and it's
can
Yeah.
get it if you go too far. Or,
This is
That's
I
evidently
feel like I've
something
seen him
that's
score
talked
this
about
for
at
Arsenal
half-time
a
that
few
we were
times
just
as
saying
well,
a
the
minute
kind of
ago, right?
glancing
That's
header
like-
that's almost off the
that's
back of
the
his head.
fifth
De
Yeah.
Bruyne,
Yeah.
he's
back
very
and
good at
cross.
that, isn't he?
From
The
open
second
play
half.
Yeah.
as well.
rather than trying to hit bylines and play cutbacks, they just
make
get
sure
the
you
ball
tell
in
your friend the
and see
camera's here,
what can
buddy.
happen. So.
Oh, you got Kai Havertz. He
Yeah.
looked like he
Shows
still
as
had
well
the
for
tag on his
Paraguay
shirt.
how important like even the smallest
Look at
mistake
that.
can
That's
be
beautiful.
before the ball gets to Wirtz as
I mean,
a
it's-
player who
Who's
in
that
some
crossing?
ways
Is that
slightly
Wirtz?
out of
Wirtz
position
is
across
crossing.
here.
He
He was
reach
just
the ball
down
to him.
howling a minute ago.
Just gets
and
a toe toe on it, but not enough to
rather
block
than stay down and have
yeah,
to go
the
off
pass,
injured,
and
he got up
Germany,
straight away
for
to
as
go
much
to the
as
other
poor as
side.
they've been
and
in
put
this
across
game.
him.
do
Was
have
it him?
players of
Those
individual
crosses have to
quality
be
who can
absolutely
just-
perfect as well because you're playing them so
and scored
because
again.
you're playing them so
Can punish.
vertically.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it goes
Just the slightest
wrong
mistake, and
at
Paraguay
all, it's
were
going to
gonna
go too
see
far
this
or
through,
too
and they
short.
kind of need to
Yeah.
be
So you have to
But
get
even
the,
here, you can see that by playing
trajectory
the,
just right.
these
Whereas
balls
obviously
if you're
behind,
playing them
it's
across,
destabilising
there's
their
a little
block
bit more
and
tolerance.
they
'cause
got
it can
two
be
shots
someone
behind you,
that
and they were also
Yeah.
able
get
to
a few
recycle
sides
for it.
far.
So that's
It's
evidently
not
something
something
that's
that
showing that he knows how to
coach
coach
a
We were
team.
just saying a minute ago,
Yeah.
right? That's
I think
like
so,
that's
yeah.
the
Okay.
that's the
That's interesting.
fifth De Bruyne.
But
We've been saying
second
this all
cross.
tournament, right? Is
At
that
the
like
second
that's
half.
their strength is
Rather
they've got
than
a coach
trying to
who will
hit
make
byline
these
changes
play
and
comebacks
make
and
just
stuff.
saying,
get the
yeah.
ball in and see what
Havertz
can
coming
happen.
off for
So-
a
you've got
Caballero
Kai
there.
Havertz.
Shows as well for Paraguay how important like even the smallest
Can you hear
mistake can be before the ball gets to Wirtz. There's a
What can you
player
hear?
who just is slightly out of position
What
and
can you
can't
hear,
reach
Can
the
hear
ball to
commentary
him.
quite
Mm.
loud.
He just gets a
from
toe on it,
over
but
there,
not enough to
maybe.
block the
Yeah.
pass. And Germany,
I just
for as
wanna
poor
make
as
sure
they've
it's
been
not
in this
being
game,
caught
do
on the
have
stream.
I can't hear anything.
players of individual quality who can just
Oh.
nearly scored again. can
don't know what that
punish
hand
even
symbol
the
means,
slightest
Jamie,
mistake.
but
and
it
if
looked
Paraguay
really
were gonna
nice.
see this through, then they kind of need
It's
to
a no,
follow.
okay.
But even here, you can see that by playing
Um,
these balls in
are you sure
behind,
if
it's
you've got headphones
destabilizing
near
their
you,
block. I
John?
can't hear it
Yeah.
anymore. They got
I
two
think I
shots
had
out
these
of that.
slightly open
They were
before
also
and
able to
Close
recycle
them
it.
in on each
So is
other.
this
So
is
I
this
think Jamie turned
Nagelsmann
it down
showing
a
that he
little bit
knows
as
how to coach a team?
We should
Yeah.
be fine.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Jamie's.
interesting.
Did you turn it
Well,
down?
we've been saying this all
Could you-
tournament,
could you
right?
turn
Is
it
that
back
like
up again,
that's
just
their
because I
strength?
can't-
Is
now I
they've
can't
got a
really hear
coach who
it.
will
I think
make
I'm
these
certain it
changes
wasn't
and it
the
makes
headphones, right,
makes a
must have been.
difference.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you hear it?
now?
Havertz coming off for Caballero here.
Teeny bit.
Oh yeah, where is that coming from?
Teeny bit. I think it's coming from one of the sets.
What
of
can you
headphones,
hear?
isn't it?
What can you hear,
Where are
John?
your
Can
headphones,
John?
quite loud
Come-
from somewhere, from over there, maybe.
It's probably through the headphones, I think.
I just
Hold on.
want to make sure it's not being caught on the stream.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Did you turn it down again?
I don't know what that hand symbol means, Jamie, but it looked really
No.
nice.
No, it stopped.
It's a no. Okay.
Um,
Maybe it was your headphones.
Are you sure? Have
Yeah.
you got headphones near
Okay.
you, Johnny?
I can't hear it anymore.
You
I
can't
think
hear
I
it.
had these slightly open.
Good that we've
before and
resolved it. I think it
closed
wouldn't
them
have
in
picked
on
up. Yeah,
each
you're right.
other, so-
I think Jamie turned it down a little bit as well. We should be fine. I guess
Jamie,
the challenge
turn
for
it down?
Paraguay now.
Could you
is
turn
to
it back
not-
up again just because I
Well,
can't? No, I
firstly, to
can't
not
really hear anything.
concede
I'm
a
certain
certain
it wasn't
goal
the
within the
headphones,
next
right,
5
it must
minutes,
have
which
been.
nearly happened already, right? Although
Can you
with
hear it
some
now?
good blocks, but also to not be disheartened. It must be very difficult to avoid
Oh yeah, where is that coming from?
being disheartened in a situation
coming
like
from one of
this.
Well, almo-
Right.
Headphones, isn't
It already feels as though they're like pressing up a little
Where
bit
are
higher
your
to stop
headphones, John?
getting
Yeah.
pegged back as much as they were. So
Well, maybe this is where we'll see a hydration break come in handy.
Hold on.
Did Enciso just come off as well? So they've lost him.
Did he actually come off?
Yeah, the full complement of players on the pitch. They've
Did
lost
you
him
turn
to
it down
injury as
again,
well, which is another
it
quite
stopped.
harsh blow on them.
Maybe it was your headphones. Yep. Okay.
Brown went down.
Good that we've resolved it. I think it wouldn't have picked up. Yeah, you're right.
someone's saying I'm worried that I get an allergic reaction to the sound of commentary.
I guess the challenge for Paraguay now. That is a
well,
very
firstly to
draw,
not concede a
but
second
also
goal within the
we
next
wanted
5
to make
minutes,
sure
which
we weren't
nearly
accidentally
happened already,
broadcasting
right?
anything
Although
that we
with
shouldn't
some
be. Good blocks, but also to not be disheartened. It must be very difficult. What was the final result
To
of that poll
avoid
that you put in the chat, John? Being dishearted in a situation
finished
like
now?
this.
Well,
It's
almo-
finished
a
a long
time
ago.
It already
Yeah,
feels
everyone
as
thought
though they're
Germany
like
would win.
pressing up a
Right.
little bit higher to stop getting
Yeah.
pegged back as much as they were. So
Well, maybe this is where we'll see a hydration break come in handy. I think I went 2-1
Did
in my
Enciso just come off as well?
points
So
per
they've lost
prediction for
him.
this because I thought
Did
it
he
might
actually
be
come
a
off?
bit
Yeah.
of a
The
nervy
full
game.
complement of players on the pitch. They've lost him to injury as well,
Ah.
which is another quite harsh blow on them. Trying to find the points bad for you.
Brown went down.
Yeah.
You did tell me at the beginning, but I've forgotten what everyone said.
You went 2-1 to
someone's
Germany.
saying I'm
Yeah.
worried that I
JJ
get
went
an
3-0
allergic
to
reaction
Germany.
the sound of
John
Okay.
went
commentary.
3-1 to Germany. I went 2-0 to Germany.
Okay.
So you're the
that
only one
is
still
a
on.
very
No,
droll.
John is still on also.
But also,
Yeah, both on
we
for
wanted to make
perfect
sure that we
scores.
weren't accidentally broadcasting anything that we shouldn't be. I can see it now. Germany going to score again. It's going to be 2-1 until the 96th minute,
What
and
was
then
the
they're
final
going to
result of that
score a
poll that you put in the
third
chat,
in a game
Finished now?
state
Oh, it's finished
way.
a long time
John
ago.
policy
Yeah,
of
everyone
adding
thought
one to
Germany
your
would win.
scores
Right.
plays off again.
Yes.
To be fair, there wasn't many scores available to me if I wanted a Germany win.
Oh,
I
that's
think
great
I went
work there.
2-1 in
Is
my
that Havertz?
points about prediction for this because I thought it might be
Chasing
a bit
back
of
to
a
win it.
nervy
That's what you
game.
need. It feels like the group stages went very quickly. Already
Trying to
knocked
find
out.
the
I
points
don't think
bad
they
for you.
did. I think they went.
Yeah.
I think it took. Tell me at the beginning, but I
I
forgot.
mean,
we're
we're
halfway
halfway
through
You
the
went
tournament, right?
2-1
More
to
than.
Germany.
Yeah.
Are we not?
JJ went 3-0 to Germany.
Yeah.
John
I think
went
we're well
3-1 to
over
Germany. I
halfway
went
through.
2-0
Yeah,
to
well
Germany.
over halfway. I thought Okay. so
So you're the only one
Actually, it
still
took
on.
like
No, John is still on
3
also.
or 2.5
both on
weeks.
for perfect scores.
maybe. Yeah, is that right? 2.5
I can
weeks
see it
of-
now.
of the group
Yeah,
stages.
we're
going to score again. It's
Started
going
on
to be 2-1 until the
June
96th minute, and then they're going
13th.
to
Was it
score a
started on a
third
Thursday,
in
didn't it?
a game state. I don't
way.
remember my
John's
life
policy of
before
adding
this.
one to your
Yeah.
scores plays off again.
I quite
Yes.
like.
To be fair, there wasn't
The-
many scores available to me if I wanted.
What the
a
job of
Germany
coming in
win.
the evening to watch
Oh,
football.
it's great
Yeah,
work
I mean, it's
there.
not the worst
Is it
job.
Havertz? Yeah.
Pretty fun. I don't love the timing
Chasing
just
back to
because it
win
means
it.
I don't do
That's what you need.
anything else.
Yeah.
I don't do, I don't see anyone in the day. Everyone else has has
It
normal
feels like
working
the
times,
group
right?
stages went very quickly.
I feel very disconnected
already
with
knocked
everything
it.
other
Don't
than the
think
World
they
Cup.
did. I think,
But I think they
I'm not
went.
complaining.
I
It's
think
very
it
fun
took-
to come in and do this.
I mean, we're halfway through the tournament, right? More than
Yeah.
are we not?
Yep.
Yeah.
think we're well over halfway through.
Yeah, well over halfway.
Germany
So-
with a free
so
kick here.
Actually, it took like 2.5 weeks. Brown and Kimmich standing over it. Maybe, yeah, is that right? 2.5 weeks
Okay.
of the group stages?
Started on June 13th. Was
It
it?
started on a Thursday, didn't it?
Yeah. I don't
Looks like
remember
it
my
is gonna
life
be
before
Kimmich.
this.
Yeah.
I quite like what's he doing with the ball. The
Oh. What, the job of
Time-
coming in the evening to watch football?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Doesn't
not
it?
the worst job.
Musiala
It's
is
pretty
ready to
fun.
come on as
I don't
well.
love the timing just because it means I don't do anything else. Whatever he did with
I
the ball
don't
didn't
do-
help.
you know,
Good
I don't see
goalkeeping.
anyone in the day. Everyone else has
Yes.
have normal working times.
look
Right?
at that.
Was it a throw?
I feel
Yes.
very
Beautiful
disconnected with
throw.
everything
Get
other than the
up.
World
It's
Cup.
not a foul.
Given a free
But
kick
it's
for it.
given.
I'm
I
not
don't think
complaining,
that
it's
is a
very
foul.
fun.
though.
Referee.
I don't think it is, but it's good centre forward play to try and win that foul. I have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe actually. Do you know what? There's an arm around the
Yeah,
shoulder around
Germany
the
with
net.
a
Oh,
free
on
kick
those
here.
shoulders. It's probably not enough to go down, but you might as well if you're the centre
Yeah,
back.
I
Kimmich
think you
is standing
can
over it.
legitimately claim that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Please shoot.
Looks like it is going to be Kimmich.
Hey, Bobadilla. What's he doing with the ball?
I was about to say Bobadilla is a lovely name.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Bobadilla.
Yeah. Ping
Oh,
in the top right corner.
Bobadilla who used to
Musiala
play
is
for
getting
ready to come on as well.
Mönchengladbach.
Was it?
Bob.
Raul Bobadilla.
Bobadilla,
Whatever he
Mr.
did with the
Bob
ball didn't help.
Bobadilla.
Good goalkeeping.
Mr. Bobadilla.
Oh, lovely take on.
Yes. Look at that.
Was it a throw?
Oof.
Yes.
Beautiful throw.
Get up. It's not a foul.
Not a
Given a free
great
kick
cross.
for it.
Given. I don't think that is a foul though.
Referee.
I don't think it is, but it's good centre forward play to try and win that foul. I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe
Musiala,
actually.
here
Do
he
you know what?
comes.
There's an arm
He's
around the
coming
up, he's on
the
the
shoulder around the
26.
net.
Oh,
Undev.
around the shoulders.
Undev,
It's
okay.
probably not enough to go down, but you
There
might
you
as
go.
well if you're the centre.
Yeah, I think you can legitimately
Well,
claim
does
that.
that
We're
the
wrong way
experiment?
round.
Hmm?
Musiala should be on
Please
from the
shoot.
start.
You think so?
Yeah. I think so. I think you put him on later. I know he's getting all the goals, but I think
I was about to say Bobadilla is a lovely name, isn't
knowing
it?
what you're going to be up
Yeah.
against.
Nice cameo
Was it
for
famous
Bobadilla.
Musiala
Used to
here
play for
would be
Borussia
good.
Mönchengladbach.
Was it Musiala?
Was it?
It was, wasn't it Musiala
Raul
that the
Bobadilla.
English
Bobadilla,
press went
Mr. Bob
wild with
Bobadilla.
when he got good. And
Lovely
then it turned
take
out
on.
there was
Yeah.
still a chance that he might choose England,
Mm.
and then he chose Germany. Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? Not
he
a
was,
great
he
cross.
played for Chelsea Academy, didn't he? I
Yeah.
think.
I love it when there's
Moved
like
over when he was young.
a slight chance that an excellent player might choose England and then doesn't. That's all.
Same with Elise.
Oh,
He's already-
something painful looking happened there. But no, both.
No,
Now he's back up.
Painful.
And he's on the ball.
Looking being the operative. That was. I mean, there's really quite a lot of acting going on there. There was some slapping of the ground in pain and frustration. Don't usually see that off the ball. Okay. Musiala, here he comes. Who's coming off?
Undev
Who's number
off.
26?
On Dove.
Undev, okay.
There you go.
Well,
So that the
The
wrong way
experiment?
round. Musiala should be on from the start.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so. I
could
think you
be
put him
a
on
free kick
later. I
there.
know he's getting all the goals,
That's a
but I
yellow.
think
for Kubas.
knowing what you're going to be up against.
Nice.
You can see that
cameo
the block
for
is much more
Musiala
open
here
now
would
as
be
well.
Good.
As
Was
we
it
said before, they're
Musiala? It
trying
was,
to
wasn't it Musiala
have
that
better access to
the
Germany
English,
at an earlier
English
point.
press went wild with
and it
when
means that
he
There
got,
is the possibility
when he
of
got
having
good
so
and then it turned
Havertz
out
here
that
just
there was
drops
still
off the
a
front
chance that he
line
might
to receive
choose
the ball.
England.
Mm.
No, this is
And then he chose
a different
Germany.
replay, but
Do you remember
he played for Chelsea Academy, didn't he? I
Yeah.
think.
I love it when there's
Moved
like
over when he was young.
a slight chance that
So the benefit of
a-
playing
an
with
excellent player might
crosses
choose
in
England
is
and
that
then doesn't.
you're forcing
That's all.
Paraguay to not
Same with
defend
Elise.
in this
Oh.
compacted low block, and
Something
therefore you can then
painful
try
looking
and,
happened
and pull
there.
the block apart from there.
But no, both.
No,
of
Now
them.
he's back up.
Painful.
And he's on the ball.
Looking being the operative. Referee is just
That was-
talking
I
to.
mean,
There's
Musiala
quite a lot of
and
acting going on there.
Galata
So
there
there was
about that-
about that
slap
slapping
the
of the
ball
ground
incident
in
as well.
pain and frustration. Very important that we have
Don't
the.
usually see that off the
what do they call it?
ball.
The draft excluder.
They do.
The person lying down behind the wall, in case Sane decides to go underneath. Looks like we're going to have a shot for this one. A little bit exciting. Oh, could be
Certainly
free
big bang
kick there.
potential.
Commentary
That's
team
the
saying
yellow.
nobody wants the job of draft
Looks
excluder.
close.
I'd happily take it. Nice little lie down.
You'd be a phenomenal draft excluder.
Thank
you can see that the block
And you
is
know me,
much
I love
more
to lie
open
down on
now
the
as
job.
well.
That's one of my
As
favourite
we said
things.
before,
I
they're
don't know you'd
trying
ever be
to
allowed as one.
have
though.
better access to Germany at an
Someone
earlier
who
point.
is relatively tall. should
and it
stand
means
in the
that
wall, right?
there is the
I
possibility
guess so,
of
but
having.
what if
So
it was a long
Havertz here
wall
just
and
drops
they
off the
needed a
front
long
line to
draft
receive the
excluder?
ball.
Good point.
No, this
That
is
Paraguay
all
wall
a
went
different
so
replay,
far
though.
forward. You can see the line right behind it. They're outside the penalty box by the end of it.
I think something just happened to my head.
So
Did I
the
unplug
benefit
them
of
by
playing
accident?
with,
Sorry.
with crosses in is that
It'll be down there
you're
somewhere.
forcing
The
Paraguay to not
extender.
defend in as compacted low block, and therefore you
It's
can then
actually
try
tucked around the
and
back.
pull the block apart from there.
Hey, Bobadilla.
Sort of impossible to sit here without
Referees just
getting my
talking
feet
to,
tangled on the
Musiala and
cables.
Galata there about that off the ball incident. Okay, corner for Germany. Very important that we have the what do they call it? The draft
I think,
excluder.
you know, very few
They
things
do.
make me more upset than when a corner
the
doesn't
person
beat the
lying
first man.
down
Tell me
behind the
about it.
wall.
And that one wasn't anywhere
in
near
case,
beating the first man.
I think
Sane
people
decides to
are
go
way
underneath.
too critical.
Looks like we're going to
about
have a
that,
shot
though.
for this one.
Why?
A little
Because
bit
you have
exciting.
to have the ball on a low trajectory in order to actually be able to
Certainly
score
big
it.
bang
So
potential.
there's
Commentary
like a
team
very
saying nobody
fine
wants the
margin
job
for
of draft
error
excluder. I'd happily take it.
if you're trying
Nice
to hit the
little lie
front
down.
post.
You'd be a phenomenal draft
Yeah, they went
excluder.
for the back
Thank you.
post. in that
And you know
one.
me, I love
Okay,
to
so
lie
you
down.
mean-
on
The
the
idea
job.
there, I
That's
guess,
one of
is
my
more that
favourite
if you're
things.
playing
Don't know
the
you'd ever be
high
allowed
back
as
post
one,
one, you then have
Hmm?
someone to head it back across.
Someone who is
Right.
Whereas if you're
relatively
playing to the
tall
front
should probably
post, you
stand
have
in
to
the wall,
put
right?
power on it.
I guess
because
so,
it
but what if
has
it was
to
a
be a first
long
contact.
wall and they needed a long
Header,
draft
but-
excluder?
That makes sense. Point. That Paraguay wall
I think
went
that's fair,
so
although-
far.
It's also
forward,
very
you can
hard
see
to
the-
hit
the line
corners.
right
My
behind
emotions
it.
don't feel that way.
They're outside
I
the
agree
penalty
it's very
box by
hard
the
to
end
hit
of it.
corners,
think
but
Something
it's
just
just one of
happened to
my
Did I
non-negotiables.
unplug them by accident? Sorry.
You know, all the football coaches
It'll be
have
down
them.
there
I'm
somewhere.
allowed
Megan's
one.
really good at
Extend.
taking corners to the front post. Is that what you're saying?
You mean my wife?
Actually tucked around the back.
My as of yet unnamed wife. That's true.
Hey, Bobadilla.
Sort of impossible to sit here without
She'll always get it
getting
over
my
the-
feet
I
tangled.
don't think
on
of her as your wife. I don't know
headphone
why.
cables.
It seems like too mature a word for you to have.
Okay,
a
corner
wife.
for Germany.
I don't know. It just seems too.
I think I'm
official.
too immature to be married.
No,
I think, you
no.
know, very few things
Well,
make me
yeah.
more
Felt like
upset
that's what
than
you
when
were
a corner
saying.
doesn't
You
beat
are,
the
but then
first
I
man.
feel
Tell me about
too
it.
immature.
And
to
that
be
one
married also.
wasn't anywhere near.
I think
beating
you're
the
too
You have to
mature
at
be
least.
married.
People have
You've got to be
way
quite
too
immature in a
critical about
marriage.
that, though.
Otherwise,
Why?
Because you have to
Anyway,
have the
that's
ball
for
on
the-
a low
that
trajectory
podcast
in
comes
order
after
to
the
actually
FIFA
be able to
podcast. That's
score it.
Joe's
So
marriage tips.
there's like a very
For
fine
strong and
margin
healthy
for error.
union.
What are your
if you're trying to
marriage
hit the
tips,
front
Joe?
post?
That would that, but
Hmm?
that,
Yeah,
What are
they
your
went for the
marriage
back
tips?
post of that one.
okay, so you mean
But the
for
idea
back-
there, I
well,
guess, is
one
more
of
that if
them
you're playing
is
the
try
high
not
back
to
post one, you then
work
have someone to
late
head it
every
back
day during the
across.
World right.
Whereas if you're playing to
That
the
you
front
never see
post, you
your
have to put
spouse.
power on it
Yeah,
because
that's
it
thing
has to
number
be a
one.
first contact
Sure.
header. But
Thing
makes
number
sense.
two, when your wife leaves her bag on
I
the
think
tube
that's
and
fair,
calls you in a
although-
it's
panic,
also very hard to
calmly
hit
tell her to go
corners.
back
My
in there
emotions
and
don't
speak
feel
to
that
the
way.
security guard.
I agree, it's very
And
hard
they'll
to hit
just
corners,
retrieve it
but
for you, and that's
it's just one of my
That's very
non-negotiables.
crucial
You know, all the football
To a
coaches
strong
have
marriage.
them. I'm allowed
Megan is
one.
really good at taking corners to the front post. Is that what you're saying?
You mean my wife? My as of yet unnamed wife. That's
Here we
true.
go.
A Paraguay corner after a Paraguay free kick. Now that's
always
a,
get
That
that's
is-
a
that
I
is
think
too.
it's
I would
your
argue that
wife.
is
I don't know
too
why.
lofted. It seems like too
was very
mature
lofty.
a word for
He's
you to
taken
have
it
a
away, let him throw it.
sandwich out there. I don't know. It just seems too.
I think I'm
official.
too immature
Well,
to
the
be
referee's
married.
blown his
Because
whistle.
the lad
No,
was in front of him
no.
blocking it, so the
Well,
referee
yeah.
stopped him
Felt
doing
like
it.
that's what you were saying.
You are, but then I feel too
No, it doesn't-
immature
does not
to be
seem
married.
outdoors.
Also.
Was it blown?
I think
for,
you're too
You have to
mature
at least
Did they
go
cancel
for
the
it.
advantage?
Because
Quite
of what?
immature
Because
in a
of this.
marriage. Otherwise, it,
Isn't
you
his
know.
way?
Anyway, that's for that podcast comes after the Tifa podcast. That's Joe's marriage.
Did you get carded for that?
For a strong and
No, I
healthy
think so.
union. Very
What is-
few
what are
things
your
make me as
marriage tips,
upset
Joe?
as when a referee cancels an
What are your
advantage that
marriage
was an
tips?
advantage. John, it's just one of my non-negotiables. Well, one of them is
it's very
try
hard
not
for the
to
referee.
How many
work late
non-negotiables
every
do you
day
have?
during a World Day about 11. So that you
11.
never
Yeah.
see your
One for each
spouse.
player.
That's thing number one.
Do you have non-negotiables for penalties?
Thing number two.
Yeah.
When your wife leaves
What's
her bag
that?
on the tube and calls you in a panic,
Um,
calmly tell
you've
her to go
gotta
back in there and
score.
speak to
If
the
you don't
security
score, that's
guard.
bad.
Hmm.
And
That's
they'll
the
I think
main one.
that's
it for you,
fairly
and that's-
popular. As a,
That's
Oh, it's a
very
hydration break.
crucial to
Hey, Kaya, are you ready to read
a
a
strong marriage.
hydration break?
Yeah.
Now, listen, this one, there's two things I've got to say about this one. Okay.
The first is that It's
we go.
technically not a football
A Paraguay
joke.
corner.
It is.
After
It does
a
have
Paraguay free
Turkey
kick.
in it.
Now that's
Okay,
it, but it
that
doesn't have
is-
any
that
football.
is
So it
too-
doesn't
I
really
would argue
qualify
that
as a
is
football
too
joke. Okay, but we're going to
lofted.
read it anyway.
It was
The
very
second
lofty.
is that you're probably going to
He's
have to
taking
read
away,
it
let him
three
say it.
times
Wedge out there.
and then explain it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
there you go.
Well, the referee's blown his
Because
whistle
the
for
lad was in
something.
front of him blocking it, so the referee's stopping him doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nagelsmann
you've got to read it
does not seem
aloud,
happy
Kai.
that-
Was
Yeah.
it blown?
Yeah, I was just
for-
checking.
Did they
Okay.
cancel
Lock
the
the
advantage?
I went
because
on a
of what?
beach
Look,
holiday
look
to
at this.
Turkey recently,
Mhm.
but it was
This is where-
terrible.
Oh, why?
I was hospitalised due to a bad case of interdialectal disorder.
Did you get carded for that?
Interdialectical disorder.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very few
That sounds
things
like a
make
big
me as
thing.
upset as when a referee
C was a
cancels an
chip.
advantage.
Oh, the
that
C
was
was
an
a chip.
advantage, John. It's just one of my non-negotiables.
Very confusing, that isn't it?
But it's very hard.
Now
for
read
the
it
referee.
again.
How many non-negotiables do you think you have?
One more
I'd
time.
say about
Really
11.
good, actually, 11.
Yeah.
One for each player.
It's not really good.
Yeah.
It's,
awful.
I mean, he's
Do you
got it
have
wrong because it's
non-negotiables
actually a
for
J,
penalties?
not a ch. But you know,
No, it's
just see how the squiggly bit.
It's
you
a
know.
church. It's a
Oh,
church. It's
you've
a
got
it's the
to
same
I
thing.
really enjoyed
One more
it.
time.
You don't
what was
score.
it?
I went on a
That's
beach
bad.
holiday to Turkey
That's the
I
recently.
think
You went on a
that's
beach
fairly
holiday to
popular.
I
Turkey.
did.
Oh,
And I
it's a
got really bad
hydration break.
sunburn.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Hey,
not the
Kai,
only reason it was
are
terrible.
you ready to read a
I was
hydration break?
hospitalised
Yeah.
due to a bad
Now listen,
case
this
of
one-
interdialectical disorder.
There's two things I've got to say about this
disorder.
one.
Wow, how
Okay.
did that happen?
Well, the C.
The first
was a
is
ch.
that
The C was a chur. It's technically
Very
not a football
confusing,
joke.
isn't it?
It
Do you
is.
wanna
It does
explain
have
that to anyone
Turkey.
No.
at home that doesn't
Okay.
It
get
doesn't
No.
have any
No,
football,
not.
so it
Yeah,
doesn't
so in
really
the
qualify as a
Turkish
football joke.
alphabet,
Okay, but we're going to read it
The
anyway.
C
The second
is
is
not a
that
C
you're
like
probably
you'd
going to have
expect
to
in the
read
English
it
way.
three
Yeah.
times
It's actually a J.
and then explain it
The
afterwards.
way Joe
Okay,
has intended
okay,
this joke
alright.
to go is if
There
the
you
C
go.
had like a little cedilla on the bottom,
There you go.
then it becomes a ch.
That's right. That's what I meant. Now, I had
Okay.
one other
Yeah.
version
So
of
how do you
this. You've got to
pronounce
read
the
it
C as
aloud,
a J?
Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just checking.
So which
Um,
name?
Don't check.
What name?
I went on a beach holiday
what
to
is his
Turkey
name?
recently.
Seb's
but it
wife,
was
for example, is
terrible.
called
Jaylan.
Oh,
That's a good
Why?
example.
Yeah.
I was
Emre Can.
hospitalised
Yeah,
due
I
to
do
a
think as a
bad
rule we
case
should
of
stop naming people's
interdialectal
wives,
disorder.
though.
Sorry.
Interdialectical
Well, she's in
disorder.
the yeah.
Wow.
My wife
That
has been
sounds like a big
named
thing.
already.
Sorry.
No, I'm
The
just
C
kidding.
was
That was
a
mainly a
ch.
joke at John.
Oh, the C
Yeah,
was a
John.
chur.
My wife
There
hasn't
you
been
go.
named yet, so it's
I
fine.
had
Very
another version of
confusing,
this
that,
because
isn't
I
it?
thought
Very
if this was too
confusing.
now read it again, complicated. What
One more
it
time.
could say is
Really
I went on a beach holiday to Turkey.
Really
It's
recently.
not
enjoyed
really
it.
good.
It's,
I had to wear
I mean, he's got it
noise
wrong because it's
cancelling
actually a
headphones
J,
the
not a
whole
ch. But you know,
No,
you
it's a C, it's
just
a
see how the
chur.
squiggly
It's a
bit.
churcher. It's
Yeah.
a churcher.
That's a little bit.
it's
That's a
a
little
really
bit more
enjoyed
sort of
it.
on the
I
nose.
I went on a beach holiday
think
to
you
Turkey
did better
recently.
with
You went
that
on
one.
a
That's why I
beach
wrote this
holiday
one.
to
I think that's
Turkey.
good. I did, and I got really bad sunburn.
See,
Ah,
when,
yeah.
That's not the
whenever
only
I
reason
think
it
of
was terrible.
jokes, I always think that they're,
I was
you know, the,
hospitalised due to a
the
bad
C
case
bit, I
of
get, right? That's a pump.
interdialectical
Mhm.
disorder.
C and C
Interdialectical
sound the same.
disorder.
Yeah.
But
Wow,
chur
how
doesn't
did
mean
that
anything.
happen?
Well, the C
No, I know.
was a
So
ch.
The
you
C
have
was
to
a
do
chur.
the hard work and find
Very
a.
confusing, isn't it? Do you want to explain
I
that to
dunno.
anyone?
No,
at home
it
that
should be
doesn't
G.
get it?
No,
It
yeah.
means something
Yeah,
in
so in the
relation to the
Turkish
interdialectical
alphabet,
disorder,
The
though.
C
I guess so.
is
I
not a
just
C
mean,
like you'd
I
expect
dunno.
in the English way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
But you
actually a
know,
J.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just
the way
picky with
Joe
my
has
jokes.
intended this joke to
Yeah,
go
you
is if
don't
the
seem to
C
like
had like a
any
little
of them.
cedilla on the
No,
bottom,
there's a
There
few
you
that
go.
I
then it
liked. Which
becomes a
ones?
ch.
That
That's
there was
right.
maybe two.
That's what I meant.
What was the
No,
good
I
one?
had
Maybe
one
two.
other
What was
version.
it? How do you pronounce
We've
the
read.
C as a J? I think someone else read
We've
it.
read over
So
100
which name-
now.
What name?
I'm not listening to all
How
of
many
these
jokes?
names.
They've been-
Seb's
yeah,
wife,
they
for
have.
example, is
My
called Jaylan.
I've got to write some more.
How
How many can you remember?
I do think as a
How
rule
many
we
can I
should stop
remember
naming
being
people's
funny?
wives, though.
Well, there was that
Sorry.
one. Well, she's
What,
in
you-
the.
you thought that was
Discord
funny?
and I
My
really
wife's
enjoyed
just
it.
been named
Sorry.
already.
Sorry.
No, I'm just
That
that
was
was
close.
close. That was
Two.
close to an own
Yeah,
goal.
Joe.
My wife
There
hasn't
you
been
go.
named yet, so it's
I had
fine.
another version of this because I thought if this
Thank you
was
for getting-
too complicated, what it could say is, I went on a beach holiday to Turkey recently, but it was terrible. I had to wear noise cancelling headphones the whole time.
I wonder if we're going to go to extra
because the
time.
C made a chur
I think we
noise.
might.
You know, it's
That's
quite
a little
late
bit.
night
That's a
already.
little
I
bit
hope we
more
don't.
sort of on the nose. You know.
I think
There's
you
still
did
about
better
20
with
minutes.
that
Well,
one.
that's why I wrote this.
Yeah,
We
I
already
think
said
that
on the
was good.
stream
This
that
one
you know
down.
we we've
Yeah.
See,
we're acknowledging the fact
whenever
that
I
if
think of
England do
jokes, I always
beat,
think that
DR
the
Congo
the C bit I
on
get
Wednesday
right. That's a
at
pump.
5 p.m. our
C
time,
and C sound
then
the same.
their quarterfinal
But sure doesn't
will be
mean
against
anything.
Mexico or Ecuador
No.
So
in Mexico
you
City.
have to do the
actually.
hard work
16.
and find a.
In the round of 16. Sorry, you're right. Yeah,
I don't know.
I forgot about
Surely
the
it should be
extra
chi.
round there. Their round
It
of
means
16
something in
game
relation to the
will be
interdialectical
in
disorder,
Mexico
though.
City against
guess so.
Mexico
I
or
just-
mean,
Ecuador,
I
and it
don't
will be at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
UK.
But
time.
Maybe I'm just
which-
picky with my
And
jokes.
we will.
Yeah, you
unfortunately,
don't seem to like
we
any
will
of
be
them.
doing a live
No, there's a
watch
few that I
along the way.
liked.
cannot
Which
promise
ones?
that I will
It was
be.
maybe two.
Oh,
What was
really?
The whole
Maybe
thing will
two.
be after
It
midnight.
was a good one.
The
We've
whole
read,
thing will be after
I
midnight.
I think someone else
That
read
is
We've read over
a
100
truth that
now.
you've spoken.
I'm not
there.
listening
Yeah.
to all
That
of
many
them.
Well,
jokes.
even
you know
if
what
it's
I'm
just
like?
me on my own,
I've got to
I'll
write
be
some
here.
more. I
How many
wrote
can you
I'll be here
remember being
furious
tournament
that
starts.
England
How many can I
haven't
remember being
scored after
funny?
10 minutes.
Well, there was that one.
But yeah,
Well,
that'll
you
be
thought
that'll be
that
a
was
very
funny?
late.
I
one.
really
Luckily,
enjoyed
Am I
that.
here for that one?
That was
Um,
close.
Written
That was
two.
close to
No,
an
no,
own
did
goal.
you?
I think you're lucky. You're on the
I've got
next.
that
You're
too.
on the next day, and you're the only person who won't
keep
be very
forgetting.
tired.
Nice play from Germany there.
I want to see it though.
Well, you can watch it at home. Are you offering to come in?
No,
I wonder if we're going to go to extra time.
Let's be clear.
I think we may.
It's quite a late night already. I hope we don't.
But there's still about 20 minutes to go.
Have we already said on the
Sion
stream that
Davies,
we've
8798 says
we're
Germany has the
acknowledging
same
fact
lack
that
of
if England
creativity
do
as
beat
England.
DR
I think this is
Congo
just the same level of creativity
on
that every
Wednesday
team
at
has
5
against the team
p.m.
who
our
defends really
time,
well at this.
then their
Yeah,
quarter-final will
that's
be
true.
against Mexico
Yeah.
or Ecuador
Spain
in
0-0
Mexico
with
City,
Cape Verde,
actually.
round of 16.
In the round of 16.
I would say
sorry,
that's not an unfair
I
criticism.
forgot about
I would
the
also
extra
say maybe
round
the
there.
difference.
No, I
their
agree.
round
The
of 16
Panama
game
game
is that
will be
you know Germany
in
had
Mexico
that,
City
that couple
against
of
Mexico
blocked
or
shots
Ecuador, and it
very
will be
soon
at 1
after their first
a.m.
goal.
UK
I feel like
time.
that is the equivalent of the
Which
Jude Bellingham
and
Harry Kane header
we will,
goal.
unfortunately, we
And they
will
just
be
didn't score
doing
it
a
in this
live
game.
watch along for that
I
game.
cannot promise that I will
Rare
be.
chance for a Germany.
Oh,
fast
really?
break.
The whole
Let's see if
thing
they
will be
take
after
it.
midnight.
No.
Joe.
The whole thing will
Very
be after
nice.
midnight.
It'll
That
take
is-
Off from
that
the
is
pass.
a truth that you've spoken there. Yeah.
They slowed that down.
Well,
quite
even
You
if
know
it's
what,
just
I
me
don't
on
move
my
in the
own,
middle. There's no
I'll
one's
be
beating
here.
They're off, not
I'll
offering
be here
passes forward. There.
furious that
Only
England
option there
haven't
was to
scored
go
after
outside.
10 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, that'll be a very late one. Luckily,
Am
I
I
don't
here
think
for
there's
that one for a pass?
Lovely, but
No, I don't think so.
footwork there.
Yeah.
I think you're lucky. You're on the
This
next.
is what happens
You're
when
on the
you get
next
later
day.
in the game
You're
as
the
well.
only
You wanna push
person who
players
won't be
forward.
very
It's not worth
tired.
the
Nice
risk.
place for
Yeah.
Germany there.
I want to see it though. Less happens.
Well, you can watch it at home. You also, if you're Germany and you assume you're going to
Are you
play
offering
France
to
in the
come
next
in?
game, you really don't want to play 120 minutes. Let's
Yeah,
recall
good point.
4 days beforehand. That would be bad.
Oh, Paraguay are in.
Sion
Paraguay are
Davies,
in here.
Oh
How
my
about
word!
this?
Germany has
Oh,
a shootout.
you
against
had the
England.
chance!
Oh,
I
it's
think
like
this is
me
just the
running
same
through his
level
elf
of
And then you
before.
look for the
every team
penalty.
He was
has against a
offside
team who
there.
defends really well. at
He
this.
was offside. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Spain
Don't
0-0
get
with
shots a week
Cape
sooner
Verde
than
as
that.
an Example.
I would say that's not an
Yeah, he's
unfair
offside,
criticism. And I would also say maybe the difference
I
between
agree.
this and the Panama
That's a
game is
shame.
that Germany had that couple of blocked
Go on, someone.
shots very soon after
Fast
their
forward.
first goal. I feel like
on,
that is the
someone.
equivalent of the Jude
the
Bellingham
most
Harry Kane
neutral
header
supporting.
goal.
Yeah.
Come on,
And they just didn't
someone!
score it.
Havertz again.
Oh,
good.
Save.
What
Rare
a
chance
save.
for a Germany fast break. Let's see if they
Fantastic
take
header
it.
as well. Great
No.
command of the box. Very nice little take.
Offer him a pass.
The keeper's called O'Gill. Like
They
slowed
slowed
that down quite
quite
considerably.
Don't like.
didn't
I
they?
don't move in the middle. There's
Buckinghamshire.
no one's making the. They're off. Not
I
offering
don't know what O
passes forward
stands
there.
for. I'm
All
guessing
his
not
only
like
option there was to
Oliver
go
or something.
outside.
Yeah.
Accountant.
Oliver Gill. Yeah,
Offer a
it's not a
pass.
particularly popular
Lovely bit
Paraguay
of
name.
footwork there.
Yeah.
Oliver Gill.
Do you know
This
that?
is what happens to get later
for
in the game
sure.
as well. You don't want to
Oliver
push
Gill.
players
I expect there's
forward.
some
'cause
Oliver
it's
in
worth the
Paraguay.
I would
risk.
go so
Yeah.
far as to say that there are no
Less
Oliver Gills
happens.
in Paraguay.
You also, if you're
This guy could very
Germany,
well be an
He
option.
might be.
that's a
He
risky.
might be.
That is a
The next game
risky
you
thing
really
to-
don't
to
want
No, I mean,
play
I'm just-
120
I'm just-
minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of
Good
people in
point.
Paraguay 4 days beforehand.
It's a
That
case of
would be
the
bad.
G was a ch in to use Joe's joke. Oh, Paraguay are in.
Paraguay are in here.
Oh
How
my
about
word.
It's called
this?
Orlando.
Oh,
Surely he's
you had the
offside.
chance.
Oh, it's like me running through his elf.
And then he looked for the
He was
penalty.
offside though.
He was offside. Okay.
Oliver Gill.
Do you know what? I actually think Havertz could have
Don't
done
get
better
shots a
there.
week sooner than that.
Yeah.
He could have
It's
done
much
better there.
central with the header.
He's
Yeah,
trying to go to the
offside.
back post, isn't he? But
That's a shame.
Oliver Gill is the name of a Manchester United player
on,
in
someone.
the 2010s.
Fast
Right.
forward.
Go on, someone.
He
He's
moved
just
from
the most
Paraguay.
neutral supporting. Come on,
From
someone.
Manchester United.
Havertz again.
Oh,
Good.
Save.
What a
October.
save.
Keeper.
2010.
fantastic header as well. Great command of the box.
He was not Paraguay.
The
The
keeper's
keeper's
called
called
O'Gill,
like
like
he's a.
There was an interesting camera angle there. You
Buckinghamshire.
could see the
I
goalkeeper
don't know
was
what O stands
preparing
for. I'm guessing not like
his defence
Oliver
for the
or
corner, but on the big
O-counting.
screens right in front of
Oliver
him was
Gill,
slow
yeah.
motion of him clapping and celebrating a save. Must be
It's
very
not particularly
strange if you
popular
are
Paraguay
playing
name.
in a stadium to catch a
Oliver Gill.
slow motion
know-
celebration.
No.
For sure.
Oliver
I
Gill.
expect there's some
I,
Olivers in
I would
Paraguay.
go so far as to say
Of
that
yourself
there
on the
are no
screen.
And would you
Oliver
stare at
Gills
yourself
in
on the screen
Paraguay.
as like when you're on a Zoom
That
call?
could very
I
well be
would.
He might be.
That's a
He
risky,
might be,
that is
yeah.
a risky thing to
Germany
to
have
go
No, I
on.
mean, I'm just
A lot of
Anton.
people in
They've gone to a-
Paraguay.
This is a great distance for a
It's
knuckleball.
Yeah.
Case of
Oh.
the G was
They've
a
gone to back three.
They've gone to a back
Joe's
three, I
joke.
think.
Okay, interesting.
Immediately after they conceded a.
Oliver Hill.
Came into the
a
back
fairly
post.
dangerous-
He's called Orlando Gill.
Okay. Oh, by the way, if you're going to join us for the podcast after this,
Oliver Gill.
you should know that. Do you know what? I actually think Havertz could have done better. JJ and John have the
Yeah.
sixth
He could have done
installment.
central with the header.
He's
of
trying
the
to go to the back
second-hand
post,
eBay
isn't he?
game.
Very excited about that.
But
There'll be a bit of a break between now and the.
Oliver
and the
Gill is the
7th
name of a
instalment.
Manchester United player in
Because
the
on to
2010.
both semi-finals and the
Right.
final, we're going to
Is it?
do.
Yeah.
That'll be the last
He
three.
moved
He from Paraguay.
So the 7th is somewhere
From
between now
Manchester
and then,
United to
about a
Bradford.
week's time.
On the
Stick around for
1st
that.
of October 2010. So Kimmich is obviously going in midfield now. I
It's
think.
not Paraguay.
I'm guessing Valdemar's.
There was an interesting
Valdemar Anton's playing
camera
as a
angle there.
right
so
back,
we could
centre
see
back, yeah.
the goalkeeper was
Maybe it's the back
preparing
four.
his
Yeah,
defence
yeah,
for
I
the
think it
corner,
is.
but on the big
Here we go.
screens right in front of him was slow motion of him
Musiala broke into the
clapping
box
and
really
celebrating a
nicely
save.
there.
Must be very strange
Shirt
if
was
you
being
are
pulled as well.
playing in a stadium to catch a slow motion celebration of yourself on the screen.
And would you stare at yourself on the screens like when you're on a Zoom call?
I would.
Feels
Or
like there's been a lot of
absolutely.
upsets
Yeah.
in this. Germany have
potential
brought on
upsets in
Valdemar
this
Anton.
tournament.
There's
They
been
gone to-
loads.
This is a great
Earlier,
distance
we
for a
were,
knuckleball.
when you were in the
Yeah.
tactics cupboard, we
Oh.
were talking
They've gone to
about
back three.
the
They've
idea
gone to a
that
back three, I think.
a lot
Okay,
of people
interesting.
thought
Immediately
this
after
was
they
going to be
conceded
the World Cup of Give us set
the back
pieces,
foot
which it
danger.
hasn't been yet. We were talking about, well, what is it? One of the suggestions is the World Cup of upsets
Okay.
because it
Oh,
feels
by
like
the
there's
way,
There's
if
not
you're
been a
gonna
lot of
join us
like
for the
losses
podcast
to
after
teams that
this, you
we
should know
expected
that
wins against. But
JJ and
there's
John
been plenty of
have the
games where there's
sixth
been either draws or
instalment
even, I guess, even
of
the
the
Brazil
second-hand
game
eBay
against
game.
Japan was
Yeah,
like
very excited about
relatively.
that. There'll be a bit of a break
surprise.
between
Yeah.
now and the seventh
Um,
instalment.
And then this is
'cause,
obviously
on to
like,
both
if
semi-finals
Germany
and the
win
final
this,
we're
I'd
gonna
still
do.
describe this as a bit
That'll
of
be
a
the last
surprise.
three. So the seventh is somewhere between now and then, in about a week's time. Stick around for that.
So Kimmich is obviously going in midfield now, I think. So
Sane
I'm
is
guessing Valdemar Anton's playing as a
Right
outside
back.
centre back. Yeah.
Maybe it's still a back four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it is.
Here we go. Musiala broke into the box really nicely though. I think his shirt was being pulled as well.
I mean,
Is that a foul?
that's probably a foul.
Feels
Feels
like
like
there's
there's been
been
a
a
lot
foul,
of
doesn't it? There's a bit
upsets
of a
in
rugby
this,
tackle on
or
Goretzka there.
potential upsets in this.
I don't
tournament,
really
so
understand
There's been
what
loads.
constitutes a
Earlier we
foul
were
or not.
when you were in the
No.
tactics
Set-
cupboard,
in
we were
sort of
talking
set
about
piece
the
kind of
idea that
scenario.
Yeah.
a lot of people thought this was going to be the World Cup of set pieces, which it hasn't been yet.
Where's that gone?
We were talking about, well, what is
Hey,
it?
John,
One
you
of the
should chuck another
suggestions is the
poll
World
in the
Cup of
chat to
upsets
see if they
because
think this
it
is
feels
going
like
to
there's
There's not been a lot of like
time.
losses
Yeah.
to teams that we expected.
I've got a feeling that we should
wins
prepare
against,
ourselves
but
for.
There's been
another
plenty
half
of
an
games
hour
where
of
there's
this,
been
to be
either
honest.
That
draws
is also
or
my
even,
feeling.
I guess even the Brazil game
Oh.
against Japan was like
but perhaps
relatively
not
a
Paraguay
surprise.
on a break here.
With one man forward.
And then this is obviously like,
Yeah, no, they're
if
not
Germany
breaking
win
now.
this, I'd still describe this as a bit of a surprise.
If you're Paraguay at this stage, are you playing for penalties?
I don't think you're playing for penalties. You're just not taking risks to let them score. You're just trying not to lose. You might get a chance, but you've got to wait.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much what playing for penalties is.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Just hold out.
Well, a strong 70-30 breakdown on yes, there will be.
Oh, come on, chat. Get optimistic.
I mean,
Is that a foul?
that's probably a foul.
Looks like a foul, doesn't it? And a bit of a rugby tackle on Goretzka there.
Can you put a second
I don't really
poll
understand
in the
what
chat, John,
constitutes
and
a
ask them
foul.
how
or
many
not.
people want
No,
this to
Set-
go
in
to
sort of set
extra
piece
time.
kind of scenario.
Oh, it's dropped
Yeah.
down to 58.
Yes, chat, come on. I believe in you. I've never
Where's that gone?
said or thought
Oh,
this
there.
before, but
Hey,
in
John,
this
you should chuck
moment, I
another
believe
poll
in
in
the
the
chat to see if they think this is
And
going
I
to
think
go
if
to
enough
extra
people-
time.
Yeah,
Hope for something, it can change
I've got a
the
feeling
world.
that we should prepare ourselves for another half an
I
hour.
don't
of
think
this,
that,
to
but
be
I do
honest.
think that
That is
Germany
also
could
my
score before the
feeling.
end of the game. Oh, but perhaps not.
Here we go. believe-
Paraguay
Through the lines?
on a break here. What do you believe,
With one
JJ?
man forward.
No, they're not breaking now. I believe.
You weren't sure, were you? I thought I'd interrupted something you were going to say, but you actually were just opening your mouth.
If you're
to see where it
Paraguay
went.
at this
I'm
stage, are you
trying
playing
to
for
see where I
penalties?
go,
Yeah.
where my mouth takes me. I don't think you're playing for penalties. I believe not taking risks to let
in
them
many
score. You're
things-
just trying not to lose. You might get
Uh-huh.
you might get a chance, but you've got to
I
wait.
believe in
I guess that's
many
pretty much what playing for
things.
penalties is.
I believe
Fucking-
in many
yeah.
things.
Just hold out.
Since you came
Well,
along,
a strong
Yeah.
You sexy
70-30 breakdown on
Good for
yes, there
you.
will be.
Oh, come on, chat. Get Another optimistic. Paraguay break. Stopped by Leon Goretzka, but no, it wasn't.
Oh, he's
Here
just
we go, boys.
bagged
Come on.
him.
Yes, there's a central ball
Can you
available
put it
here.
out
out the way,
He's
ref.
making space for you. Pass it now. Yes, and again.
Get on
Make sure
side.
you're on side.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
It's now running.
Don't
the
go
wrong
back.
way.
Oh,
You put a second
the
poll in the chat, John,
skills.
and ask them
The
how many- the
What?
FC26
L2
skill
and
is to
X.
go.
There we go.
He's wiggling the R3 button,
It's
boys.
dropped down to 58.
That's what's happening now.
Yes.
Come on, Paraguay.
Yes, chat. Come
Let's
on.
have
I
it.
believe in you. I've
63,
never
Trying to get myself
said or
energy
thought this
from
before, but
37.
in this moment, I believe in you.
Come on.
And I think if
What,
enough
63?
It's not. It's going to be
Hope for something.
It's gonna change the
62-38.
world. Right? How about that? I don't think that, but I do think that Germany could score before the end of the
8.
game.
Apparently, the people want
Here we go.
post midnight me.
Through the lines.
so-
What do you believe,
I
JJ?
forgot about post-midnight, John.
Oh, I yeah. believe.
Gotta get.
You
We're
weren't
gonna make
sure,
sure we
were
get
you?
our
I thought I'd
questions in for
interrupt
John
something you were
before
gonna say, but you
the
actually
clock
just opening
strikes
your mouth to
12.
see where it
I
went.
might just walk out.
trying to
What would
see
you
where I
do if I
go,
just just
Yeah.
left
my takes me.
mid podcast.
Yeah, I'd send a message to
I
your boss.
believe
Oh yeah.
in many things
He'd get it in the morning. You'd be
I
fine.
believe in many things.
I think, in all honesty, if you
I
did that,
believe in
I'd
many
be concerned.
things.
I'd be concerned
Since you
about
came
I
along,
think, oof,
Yeah.
you
something's gone
sexy
wrong there.
thing.
Take the thing.
Usually,
you-
John's desperate to talk about football at any time.
Another
And then I'd get
Paraguay
home and we'd
break.
play video games
Stopped
and chat
by
on
Leon
Discord.
Goretzka,
You
but
would
no, it
talk
wasn't.
about football
Oh,
happily.
he's
Here we
back.
go, boys. Come on.
Beckham.
Yes,
you might even
there's a
watch
central
football.
ball available here.
Maybe.
I suspect
Maybe
you
you
will
will
pass
be
it now.
awake
Yes,
to
and
at
again.
least watch the
Go on,
first
now,
half
you're
on
of
side.
Netherlands,
Oh,
Morocco
come on,
later.
I'm running
Don't go
from
back.
And if the games are good,
Oh, the
I think you might be awake for the
skills.
second as
The
well.
You know me so well.
FC26
L2
skills.
and X. There we go.
He's wiggling the
I
R3
just can't
button,
sleep anymore.
boys.
the
That's what's
problem.
happening
Just
now.
ruined
Come on,
my sleep
Paraguay.
schedule.
Let's have it.
Well,
Oh, I'm trying to get myself energy
63,
somehow.
37. The bad thing is that when
Come
I'm trying
on.
to sleep in till like
what,
lunchtime
63?
minimum,
It's not. It's Uh-huh. going to be.
but it gets so
it's
hot.
gone the other
62,
direction.
38.
I
Right,
woke
how
up at
about
half
that?
1 today.
Oh, that's nice.
62,
Oh,
38.
Oh, that was so close.
Well, I initially woke up at
Apparently,
half
the
8
people
in,
want post midnight
quite a
me,
pain.
so
and then I managed to get back to sleep.
I forgot about post.
I'm no
midnight,
sympathy if you
John.
don't wear sun cream.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
That's
man.
what
Gotta
I
get.
need,
We're gonna make
It's a
sure we
nice
get
thing
our
to
questions
say.
in for
He
John
was
before the
wearing
clock
sun.
Yeah,
strikes.
for
Yeah, but
Well,
if
I
he
was
was
wearing
wearing
sun
the
cream.
requisite
What would you do if I
amount
just
of sun
left?
cream, he wouldn't have got burned
Listen, people.
podcast.
I'd
Sunburn
send a
when they
message to
swim in
Bob.
the sea. It happens.
Oh, yeah?
It
Yeah.
happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
he'd get it in the morning.
It's not like he went out without any
You'd be
sun cream on at
fine.
all.
Exactly.
I've seen you get
I
sunburned
think, in all
so
honesty,
many
if you
times.
did
Not
that,
so
I'd,
many
be
times.
concerned-
Many
be
times, I'd
concerned
say.
about you.
Yeah, and it's
I think,
bad.
oof,
And I
You've
should
done
have
the
gone
other
on
day
that.
in here.
No, I
You're
wasn't.
somebody
Usually,
I
John's
absolutely
desperate to talk
wasn't.
about
Okay,
football
fine.
at any time.
John,
But- and
I
I'd get
put
home and we'd
like
play video
sun
games
cream
and
on,
chat
like,
Discord.
every
You would
15
talk
minutes
about
when I
football
go
happily
out.
then.
Because I'm this
But you might even
bald.
watch football.
I
I've
have
seen
to
you
put
sunburned.
me.
I suspect that you will be awake to
I
at
got
least watch the
sunburned once
first
in
half
Spain
of
when we went on
Netherlands,
holiday
Morocco
there.
later.
I
Yeah.
definitely will.
And if the game's a good
Hit me a
game,
goblin.
I
I
think
might
you might
stay
be
up,
awake for the
yeah.
second as
Like,
well.
what is
You
my
know me
feel
so
like the
well.
same thing,
What's a
yeah.
goblin?
Yeah.
What? Do they get sunburned, you mean?
I just
No,
can't
it's
sleep.
the
I live
goblin.
underground. Problem. I've just ruined.
John
my
is the
sleep
Goblin
schedule.
King. But like, the
Oh, they're
idea
talking
of-
about goblins in the
well,
chat.
the idea of
Havertz
what
has been
goblin
killed.
is
Right.
funny.
The bad thing
Yes,
is
yes.
that when
What is
so
that?
I'm trying to
It's a
sleep in
it's a
till like
mythical
lunchtime
creature.
minimum.
Uh-huh.
Chat is
But
weird.
it gets
isn't
so
it? Someone
hot.
here saying, "Has John
Yeah.
had a Red
I
Bull
woke
and
up at
vodka?"
half
What,
one
right,
today.
right now or
Oh,
like
that's
ever?
I think
Oh,
they mean right
oh,
now.
Oh, that was so close.
Well, I initially woke up at half
Jaeger
8
bombs
in
got me through
quite a lot of
university.
pain. But then I managed to get back to sleep. And, woke up
I'm no
at half
sympathy
8.
if you don't wear sun
No,
cream.
like when you go out
Thanks,
clubbing
man.
at university, and
It's a nice
everyone
thing to
knows
say.
clubbing is
He was
really bad,
wearing
right?
sun.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
if he
I
was
was wearing
wearing
sun
the
cream.
requisite
Very
amount of sun
occasionally.
cream,
But when I
he wouldn't
did,
have
I
got
went.
Listen,
I had a
people
Jaeger
get
bomb
sun-
every 45 minutes, and it just kept me at the right level to survive.
This is
Yeah.
five good advice.
Work.
What? Every 45 minutes, Jaeger bomb.
I had I went. There was a not a club, a bar. I went to uni in York. There was a bar called Parish. Which is inside an
Sorry
old
to halt you on
church.
this just for 1 second, but Woltemade are coming on for Sane.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, I feel we've drifted wildly. I'll let you finish your anecdote, and
Okay.
then,
Hang on,
and
the
then we will
goblins.
cease all talk of clubbing.
It was a place called Parish in an old converted church, and it had something called the Parish Pint, which was 6 Jaeger bombs in a pint glass for £5, and that would
That's not good.
that would get you through a night
That's-
out.
no, that
the
wouldn't
kind-
get me
this
through a night.
Glorification.
I'm not saying it was a good thing.
No, I know
Saying
you're
it
not.
was a- saying it
I'm
existed.
upset at the parish establishment.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You're turning
the Parish
the Lord's
Council.
house into a den of robbers.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Me and a friend at university had a plan to start a football-themed cocktail bar, and all of the cocktails had to have like footballers' names in them.
That's really
There's
good.
some quite good ones. We had Daiquiri Sanya.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Steve Bold Fashion.
Yeah. Really good.
Cherry Henry.
Yeah.
We didn't decide what that one was. There were some others as well.
This is
It was called Denver Bar as well. That was the name
the
of the
bar
bar.
was called Denver Bar.
really good.
What were the other ones?
Anders Limpar owns a bar called the Anders Limp Bar. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Pretty sure in
awful.
Sweden he
I'd
owns a
love-
bar called
I'd
the
love to
Anders
own a
Limp
bar.
You don't want a limp bar, do you? That's awful.
I'm trying to think of what the
Steve
margarita one would
old
be.
fashioned. Sorry, what were we saying, Judge?
I'm trying to think what the one for margarita. I'm trying to think of the pun, footballer pun.
Oh, Margarita.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know. Stephen Cargarita?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
decent. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a footballer at the World Cup called Margarita.
Oh,
Is
him
there?
then.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They call it a perfect pun when it's just the same word.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Oh,
The lager would
Paraguay
be
here.
Schlager.
Here we go. Here we go.
Zava
Yeah.
Ah. I feel there's still a goal here for Paraguay.
Yeah.
I
he's
can
got
feel it.
shoot. Oh, that's
I think
Oh
you're
dear,
huffing
this
the
is bad news.
you're
This is bad
huffing the
news.
copium.
Germany
Oh.
on the break now. I feel like that wasn't the correct ball.
No.
Oh, that's
Oh!
useless. Come
It
on.
was gone through.
Oh no! Come on, mate. What are you doing? Not twice in a row.
Do a skill.
Oh,
Just shoot.
Okay, corner for Germany.
dear me.
Shot from Kimmich.
Germany don't look like scoring in a million years, do
They
they?
really don't. And actually, do you know, even this last-ditch defending from Paraguay still looks very secure, doesn't it?
Espresso Platini.
That's nice.
That's good. Ney Margarita. That's good. Yeah. These are all Mojito Salah.
Have you been watching Producer?
Oh, we had
Wayne?
Grenadine Zidane as
You
one
missed
of
the
them. as
Germany
well.
goal.
It's another
If you're confused, it's because John just revealed that
Stephen
when he was at
Pina Colada?
university,
That's a
he said
nice
he
one.
wanted to open
Yes.
a football-themed bar called Denver Bar with cocktails that were all puns about footballers. So we've been, yeah.
There's some good ones.
It's the Wonder Cosmopolitano really bad, like the Wonder Metropolitano.
Vodka New York Red Bulls.
I feel like it's not allowed. Red Bull would like that too much that they're in the bar. Do you know what I mean? The anti-consumerist perspective has to be that there's no Red Bull puns allowed.
Yeah.
It's also too Route 1, despite working.
Steve Red Bull.
Yeah, that works fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Steve Red Bull. Have you ever considered trying to get a Red Bull sponsorship, given your name?
No, but I'm sure they'll be coming to me now.
You certainly live a dangerous enough lifestyle.
You would have to change your name to JJ Red Bull. Though. That would be pretty rubbish, wouldn't it?
Would I do that? What amount of money would make me?
Yeah.
do that?
That's a good
you
question.
You would do that. And
How
it wouldn't be
much-
very
how
money,
much-
I would say.
Annual stipend would you require to change your name to JJ Red Bull?
I think if
don't
you
know.
sent him on holiday once and then paid for his phone bill, I think that's all you need. That's all you need, isn't it? maybe the corner, deep to the back post.
Oh! Jonathan Tah!
Jonathan
From a set
Tah!
piece.
Oh, Jonathan Tah! There we go.
They're not Scottish.
He's the man with the most German name, but they say "och" in Germany. I bet they do.
Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan Tah!
Oh,
Wonderful! What a goal! How about that? Oh,
You knew that one was going in off his head, didn't you? Like,
Jonathan. That's why I paused. I
clacked
looked
it.
up.
Oh,
How about that? What a terrific goal! Yes, have a drink of that Powerade, Julian Nagelsmann.
Lothar Matthäus? Lothar
Oh,
Matthäus?
nice.
Yeah, Lothar Matthäus.
well done.
Yeah, it's a great minute for Germany there. They scored a goal, and Lothar Matthäus was the answer, number one.
He won
Incredible.
the Ballon d'Or.
Well, he
the
certainly,
goalkeeper's got pushed over. This could be a
Is there
foul.
a foul
no,
on Hill?
don't
On
rule
Oliver
it out.
Hill?
That's a foul for me.
It's a foul for you.
Yeah, and that really is.
I hope
Are
they'll
you
show it
trolling
again.
or?
No, I think it is a foul.
Okay.
He
let me see
pushes
the
him
replay
over,
again.
and he has to get back up, and then it goes over his head.
I
It's
mean,
hard to know
I'm
if he's-
happy for it because I
he's
want
trolling.
penalties.
The Paraguay score, then I get. Oh no, my score was 3-0.
Are they
They're
They're
checking
checking
it?
this.
Is that why
They're
not,
definitely checking this.
Can I say the commentators just told us not to go to bed yet? I'm thinking, if you've watched this game and you're 13 minutes into extra time,
Oh, they're VAR checking. I
You're
think they're
not
going to rule
going
this
to
out.
bed.
Not just a foul for me.
I think they're
foul
about
for
to rule this
them.
out.
yeah, referee walking over to look at the screen.
How frustrating is this though? When someone does that, that's completely needless off the ball, and then
Also, come on, guys, get out of the
Look
way.
at they get out of the way. The quick can get on
Just
with
holding
it.
this up. Absolutely, get out of the
Pass my
way.
Charger, please. Just the lead, not the whole thing.
Is this the same referee who got really aggy and was sort of saying like, "Go away," and it was caught on the
I don't know.
No, cool.
This is not going to end well.
Mm.
Here you go. Watch this.
Yeah.
You might have to go that way, but
All right.
It's alright, it'll be fine.
Oh.
oh,
Yeah.
they're going to give that, aren't
No, I
they?
think you're right. I think that's a foul.
Arsenal fans can't say that's not a foul.
I said it was.
they've been desperate.
I literally said it was, and then you said I can't say it's not.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just saying Arsenal fans can't complain about.
Just
that.
said it is a foul.
Can't complain about that.
It was
can
also
they?
a foul on David Raya.
Can't they? Can't.
I'm not sure what I
complain
think of this.
about
I'm
that.
not sure that's a foul or not.
It's quite light.
I think it's soft, yeah.
I think they'll give it though as a foul.
I think if he doesn't do that, the goal.
It looks less of a foul from this
easily.
angle.
He goes down very easily.
Darren Can on BBC saying he thinks it's not enough. I think
It's
that
interesting, that isn't it? That like he says he thinks it's not enough, but he also expects it to be ruled out.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's overturned it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
overruling.
foul.
Yeah. Foul.
No goal. No goal. We're back to 1-1.
Okay. How about
Hens are
that?
back on.
I think that's a little soft, but I understand why it's been given.
Oh, that is very soft.
You've backed me into a corner here,
can't
John,
believe
where I've
you
had to
said
quite
that. You're such
vehemently
an
say I thought it was
Arsenal
a foul
fan,
to
mate.
stop you trolling me.
Oh.
And now I've seen another angle. It doesn't look like a foul. So I don't really know what to do with myself.
Arsenal fans are so bad. aren't
Is it past midnight? Is that what's happened?
they?
No,
yeah.
not yet. Not
This
yet.
is still
He's going to get worse.
pre-werewolf me.
The lunar moon cycle.
Deary me.
Okay. Well, great for Paraguay. The dream is still alive.
Don't you think it's sad though that Kaya has to say that that's a foul because of
I
I
David
thought it was
Raya?
a
It's
foul.
like-
I agree.
I saw another angle. I thought it wasn't a foul.
I feel sad that Kaya has to live his life the way he does. He's got sunburn.
Yeah, I
He's
feel
got to try
quite
and
sad
pretend
right
that
now.
things are and aren't fouls on the basis of.
I have to
Football
work with
fandom
you
is
guys.
football fandom is incredibly vulgar for that, isn't it? You just have to believe things on the basis
Big
of
time.
like nothing. It's like,
Absolutely.
oh, great.
Yeah. Why am I getting sucked into this?
Oh, because
For God's sake.
it's too easy.
It's because it's 10 to 12 and I haven't slept very well.
Alan Shearer is saying that because he's tall, he shouldn't fall down like that.
Not sure about that.
I remember the old adage: the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Actually want to rewrite that this week. The bigger they are, the harder they sunburn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's cruel. It's cruel.
If I could physically turn my body to sort of try and intimidate you, I would. But
Okay, we've got a Paraguay corner.
They're going to score this up.
It doesn't feel like they're putting many people up into the box, though. There's about 5 there. That is a...
They really
Go on, go on.
Oh,
Delivery.
Oh, nearly there at the back post. Be careful. Gentle. Yes? Yes?
Oh,
gone out, isn't it?
it had gone out.
Had it gone out of play?
Yeah.
I thought it might be another
Yes.
Neuer wobble moment. Yeah, it was interesting. Neuer started to come for that and then had second thoughts. Oh, yeah, that's really far out. Where is this game being played?
Boston.
Austin?
Boston.
Oh, Boston. Which is that? Is Boston in East Coast? It is East Coast time zone, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
5 hours. of
So for
difference.
them, it's what? It's about around nearly 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
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 Ooh.
Could that be a penalty?
I think it probably was actually, but if he
I
rolls around
actually-
enough, you might get it.
I also
Get
think
up.
it looked like a penalty.
referee's got pressure to give that now, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah. I wonder.
Yeah, referee's turned around by the looks of it.
Oh, he's fine though.
But-
Like he doesn't need to get just.
I felt like Germany are on the edge of like playing it out of play to just
Hmm.
go for the VAR review.
People keep talking about the. Oh wait.
Is
No,
Woltemade
he
back
didn't.
up?
Nope.
I don't see him. Where is he?
He's still down there in the corner, is he? Oh, he's
Oh,
just
there.
got up
He's
there.
just got up now. Looked like it could have been given though.
I think so too.
Hmm.
Thought you wanted penalties, Kaya.
Yeah, that would have been one.
All right. There's the first pause and oh, they've played. They've picked the ball up very quickly. So
You've got 20 seconds. Just find the ball near the goal and shoot it.
seems as though there isn't going to be a VAR review for that. Or if it's happened in the background and we haven't heard about it yet.
Love that. Oof. Go on.
The classic.
Yes.
Oh, Havertz in the back post.
Great
Oh.
save,
Good
keeper.
save.
There we go. How about that? Okay. What's happening now?
The goalie's pretending he's injured so they can just waste a bit of time to get to the end of the half.
Go on. Oh,
What's the point of being taller than everyone if you can't get to that A?
that's true.
He should have.
Well, a goalkeeper can literally use his hands, so
That is true. You've got me there.
it does help.
Yes. That's interesting, isn't it? That the goalkeeper's attempt to fake the injury there was to hold the side of his head after he hit somebody else's head by accident. I
Oh,
wonder
yes.
if that was a kind of like unconsciously sympathetic injury fake. Do you know what I mean?
That's not a pen.
No.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
Look at that.
It looked like it hurt his shin a lot, though.
David Shin a lot.
It's David Shin a lot. That's exactly what I was thinking as well. But I didn't say it. That's the
I'm
the crucial
tired, my
difference here.
filter's
I
gone.
didn't say it.
David Ginola already done for you, isn't it? That's
Mm.
too easy, I would say.
Oh yeah.
David Ginola and
Yeah.
Tonic. Well, I'd quite like John McGinn and Tonic. That was
Yeah,
quite
that's good.
as well.
That's good.
Although John McGuinness was quite nice as well.
Just they're all John McGinn themed,
Yeah, just a
Or
John
maybe
McGinn
Paul
themed
McGinn.
bar.
or Stephen McGinn,
Or the other McGinns.
or John McGlynn and Tonic.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer saying that the goalkeeper has conned the referee and the VAR. Very strong.
Feels a bit harsh.
Very strong.
He didn't even appeal for it when the goal went in, did he?
Matt Vol saying hydration joke. No, this is not a hydration break. This is merely half time and extra time, and I'm
they
very
appear to be
serious about that.
hydrating, though.
Hmm?
They do appear to be hydrating.
Well, yeah, I
during
don't have to
this
tell
break.
a joke every time someone hydrates.
In a break.
No. This is they're hydrating during the break, but it's not a hydration break, and that's very. I'll be very clear about that.
Go.
Does that say go Paraguay? Yeah, it
I
does.
think so. All you could see was the word go, though.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. It's just a
Go and
sign
a
saying
P
go.
underneath, but
Oh, do you know what? I've started absent-mindedly humming. My
Danny
bad.
Rose.
That will happen.
I've written a joke in my head about what we could do, but I don't want to do it.
Thanks for telling us, man. Great story. You know, it's all about putting yourself out there.
Well, it's like one of your ones, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would that mean you wouldn't want to do it?
The other day.
Oh, wait. Hold up a card so it looks like you're reading it.
Okay.
It has to say "go" on it.
Yes. No, wait. I can make this. I can make this better. Hang on. No, I'll write it and I'll do it.
John and I collaborated for quite a good one yesterday, which I couldn't work out or a couple of days ago. I couldn't work out exactly the wording for the beginning bit, but it was after Uruguay went out losing to Spain, and the wording for the conceit is something like a
goalkeeper conceded another howler.
Yeah. Uruguay's goalkeeper conceded another howler the other day during the World Cup. Must be a day ending in guay. Huh? Yeah, you get it. It could apply to today, Paraguay. If you could find
Another day ending in guay.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Well, Paraguay have taken Germany all the way to the end of a long game here. Imagine that happened every day, and then the punchline would be just a day ending in guay. You know what I mean? Yeah. There you go. Hope that influences you, inspires you, JJ.
Or you could say another day ending in tag, because all of the German names end in tag, right?
Right. Yeah.
Guten
Yes.
Tag.
No, I got it. Yeah.
Ten Hag.
That means 10 days in German.
Does it?
Yeah.
Eric 10 days.
Sorry, 10 Hag means 10 days in
No,
German.
it doesn't.
Means 10 ice creams.
I hate myself for taking that seriously.
Eric 10 Hag implies the existence of Eric 1 Hag.
We haven't actually used that joke. It's my favourite joke of the World Cup so far.
Yeah, keep it as a way to do
What is
it.
it?
Well, you should
The
keep that for the World Cup-
existence.
keep that for the World Cup final. Don't use it now. It's the best joke.
I will not have my hydration jokes stamped on every day and then just allow you to bring out an old one for the final. How dare
It
you?
is
30 minutes
good,
till he
though.
turns into a goblin and starts reproducing. So this is all right.
I fear as though goblin time might be different from human time, because I feel as though I've already made that transition.
It's 2 minutes to midnight. Let's see what happens. He's just going to start wobbling around the room like Zoidberg.
Gobbling.
Oh,
Come on, here we go.
That's foul.
I believe in Paraguay now. This is what I want.
It's going to be pens in it.
I want a 119-minute goal from Paraguay. And then I want to look tomorrow at the German newspapers and see the front pages and not understand them, but feel as though intuitively I do. You
It'll
know?
be like eine Tag ending in Tag.
Eine Tag ending in Tag.
Oh! No.
There's still 2 minutes left till midnight. Oh, there's 1 minute left until midnight. What's going to happen?
What's that film where she turns into a horse at midnight or something like that? What is
A horse?
it?
Black
Is
Beauty.
it Enchanted?
Cinderella.
No,
isn't it?
Cinderella. Where she
No, no.
Turns into a horse.
You know, like this
She turns into a
horse.
pumpkin.
She turns into a pumpkin.
Something turns in. Oh no, the
No,
pumpkin
the
turns
chariot
into
turns
carriage.
into a
Carriage.
Mm.
She turned
Chariot.
into a chariot. This is
Oh,
a
chariot.
I believe they call it a carriage, not a chariot.
What happens to her,
Will
though?
Wood says, is there a podcast being recorded after the game? Yes, there is. Once this game is finished, whenever it is, in 2028 or something, we're going to take a 15-minute break.
Oh,
And then in 2029,
Here
we'll
we go.
record a podcast.
here we don't go.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty, is it? No?
Chin Chudges in the chat has said, was very wisely, can we get a separate countdown clock to Goblin mode?
It's midnight. It's midnight.
Hey.
There we go.
Here he is. Watch
John will
him.
no longer say anything of any value.
He ceased to be John Mackenzie and has become the Goblin.
Like he had been saying for the last hour, all those valuable things he'd been saying. Mr. Fogg in the chat. Uh-oh, it's midnight. You know, if JJ calling me Spider once stuck in the way that it did, I fear this is going to stick for the remainder of the tournament.
I've been called Goblin for ages.
No,
haven't I?
not that. Just the
Midnight
rule.
Goblin
The
thing,
sort of
yeah.
your Cinderella.
I turn into a pumpkin
Your Cinderella era.
or a chariot. One of
The
the two.
Goblin King has risen.
Yes, my pretty ones.
Here he is. What do you feed on?
Mice.
I thought that would be the case. Where did you find them?
In the floorboards and the skirting boards.
Excellent. That's good. Do you keep any ready, or do you have to hunt new ones each time?
In the freezer.
Ah.
The goblin freezer. Only appears at midnight.
Yeah, of course, it's not really there otherwise. Yeah. That's good. Do you enjoy football as much when you're in Goblin?
No.
No buts, or just no?
A lot of people asking you to do the post-match analysis.
As a Goblin.
Germany had found it difficult.
Low blocks there are. I've turned into
he's got
Yoda.
Yoda.
The goblin is Yoda.
Low block there is.
Yoda is like a sort of Goblin.
Break it down they must.
Aryan in the chat says Harry Potter, the Goblin King, and the Spectre of Pep. Very good. John Dorella. Mice.
That's what goblin probably eats.
I thought they ate people.
Mice.
What would you have said?
I don't know. I mean, maybe the normal food. Like,
What, Mars bars or something?
yeah.
Mice.
No, it's funny. Mice is funny.
It's like the what's the innocent men when he says what you're having for dinner and he just goes goose. What are you having for dinner? Geese, goose.
We are just normal men.
Normal men, just innocent.
normal
What? Who is
men.
that? Who is that guy? What's his name?
Hacker the dog, isn't it?
Hacker the dog.
Yeah.
We're just normal men. Just innocent men.
Oh.
It's a scream on that one.
No, look, he's fine.
I can't believe it. He's incensed.
Germany free kick.
That's a card he's saying.
That clock says that ET is going to arrive.
That's probably
In
not a
22
card.
minutes.
Does seem to suggest that, but it's counting up, so
Not convinced that is a.
That's not a card.
Have you seen the theory that ET is
What's
like,
another one gone down?
It seems as though they fouled each other.
you know the theory that ET is like unwanted by his own his own planet because he's like committed nefarious crimes and he just like he walks around naked all the time. So when they turn up to get him, they're all wearing clothes. Like, what are you doing? They've been hanging out with him, thinking he's
They've been trying to get rid of him. They sent him to this planet and then
yeah,
we sent him back, right?
exactly, yeah.
oh dear. There you go. I'm not sure what the name of number 23 for Paraguay, but that was quite a.
I think there should literally be a sin, like a bin for sin, and he should be put in
Right.
it,
Yeah.
and and then put somewhere in the stadium where he doesn't know where he is when he gets out, and then he has to get back on the pitch.
It's brilliant.
A sin skip.
I think fair to say I'm at the stage of the game where I will now be upset if there is a goal because
Yeah.
I now with this deep in, it must be penalties
Yeah.
or I'm handing in my.
But this is
card.
what we said. We were like, first 10 minutes you're annoyed if they score because you're
Yeah.
like, why didn't you just score at the end of the last bit?
Middle, you're a bit.
Middle, you're like, oh, nothing's happening here. This is boring. And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
final 10 minutes, you're like, I feel as though I've done.
I've put my
to
time
work.
in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for dinner. Where's pudding?
This is good. The referee letting it be physical like that. Out left now. No.
He sort of went down, but then stayed on his feet there at the same time. That was quite impressive.
A goblin. Goblin.
The gobble bin.
Yeah.
Don't like the sound of that.
Mm.
Mad to think that Arteta would have won this game 4-0, isn't it? If he was managing Germany.
That's the real voice of the goblin right there.
There he
The real
is.
goal.
There he is.
If you could have any coach in the world
Yeah,
at Arsenal,
yeah.
who would you pick?
I'm not allowed Mikel Arteta.
You're allowed Mikel Arteta.
I'd probably go for Mikel Arteta.
Really? You wouldn't
Yeah.
go for anyone
Mikel
else?
R. Seltzer. Nah.
Yeah.
Whoa, yo!
That's a big tackle.
Oof. that was also that was a retaliation foul right there. I think he's a bit lucky.
Yes!
Okay, no,
It didn't actually touch him,
Absolutely
did
I
fine.
think he touched
Get
him
up.
with his dragging foot.
Absolutely fine. Get up.
Well, I mean, you know, Paraguay are
No,
going to
like-
waste a little bit of time now.
Yeah, but
I think if that's happening off the basis of nothing like it was before, then it's annoying.
That referee
If
looks
your
referee
team's
looks
player, if your team's player, in this instance Jamal Musiala, like goes in for a retaliation tackle, then like the punishment for that is time is going to be wasted, right? I think it's okay, it's fine in this instance.
I still think he should be gunged.
Yeah.
Like, off the pitch, covered in gunge. You don't get much gunge these days. Did you have gunge in your childhood on TV?
Yeah, man. We had it on.
You may have like
Get your own
cornflower
back.
or something.
You ever get your own back?
I remember Get Your Own Back.
Oh, nice.
Thought
that might be enough, yeah.
50-50. Was there gunge on Dick and Dom in the bungalow?
I feel like they would have gunge.
Yeah, it feels quite gungy. There was a show hosted by Jake Humphrey when I was a kid. That
It's all right.
involved-
The kids have to get up at 5 in the morning. And
Yeah. The kids get told off for sleeping because they're not chasing KPIs.
they're not working hard
They're
enough
not
at their
grinding
careers.
enough. You get
And then
gunned
when
for
they
lack
don't-
of grind.
Sorry, the referee is yellow carding almost everyone on the bench at this stage. This is this has been a fun break and play.
German child does not look happy.
No.
It's funny when you're that age, though, when you watch football, because, like, in your head, everything's so simple, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
Germany are a really good team, and then you're playing against Paraguay, and they're not a good team, and it
Yeah.
doesn't go that way, and then you're suddenly like, my entire existence is under threat.
I think it's important to learn early that life doesn't work out, you know?
It's true.
So therefore you shouldn't try.
No. So therefore you should try even harder and get used to pain.
Funny thing about the Musiala tackle is, isn't he sort of a famous? There was like some German ref cam footage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
They got
that's,
released.
That's
a bad. That's
that
revenge
is a
for
bad
the same guy.
challenge.
But he sort of
What's happening?
went up to the referee and was like, "Please, can I talk to you?" But in like a very polite way. Supposedly quite a nice guy on.
Oh yeah.
So that's quite funny that he's lost his head like that.
I think if you get an opportunity to slides tackle someone, you've got to take it.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
I've always worried whenever I play football. I've always worried too much about that because I'm terrified I'm going to really hurt someone. You know,
I
so
think
so
you
I'll just
would,
get
yeah.
out of the way. I just won't. I won't. I don't tackle.
I'm more worried about
Well, I
hurting
don't tackle
myself
now,
in
yeah.
terms of grass burn or
Right.
astroturf burn.
More worried about hurting yourself than someone else.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
100%.
Fascinating.
Corner.
Hey.
What's the German word for corner, Ryan? Echo. Does that actually literally mean corner? Yeah.
Again, ole ole.
Nirvana widely credited as introducing guns to the world.
Oh! Straight out the goalkeeper from a header.
Straight into Orlando's arms.
Remember when cartoons were full of quicksand? That's true, they were. I remember
I
quicksand was
used
a
to
real
be
fear.
terrified of quicksand because of
Yeah.
old westerns as well.
Yeah,
the
it's definitely
quicksand
the
did not-
case.
Did not share any
Yeah,
of the
no.
properties of real quicksand.
But I feel as well we were prepared for quicksand in a way that simply hasn't been reflected in my actual life.
Yeah, that's true. We were really prepared.
I
to
feel
be
like
afraid
they
of
used to talk
quicksand.
about it all the time. and
all
it's
the
like,
time.
Don't ever go walking on strange
Well,
beaches.
I have to say, you're going to joke that I'm from everywhere, but I think
Where was it that we found out you were
Where are
from
you
the
from
other
now?
day? Oh, Cyprus as well.
that's right.
Mm.
But no, listen to me. I was, of course, I'm from Lancashire. You know that. I
How
grew up
did
not
I
far
know?
from Morecambe.
I've seen the house you grew up in.
Yeah, that's true. You've been there.
I've been to Morecambe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Morecambe famously has these. They can have these very, very long beaches
Yeah.
when the sea is out, and you do get
Quicksand in
sinking
Morecambe
sand
is
there.
yeah,
in
famous,
Morecambe,
right?
Yeah. And we used to walk the dog out there sometimes, and there were patches where.
Bloody hell.
What's he up
Oh
to?
dear!
What's he up to?
Bloody
That
hell.
surely has to be stopped now. The referee has to revisit that.
He went in
incident.
shoulder height around his
They've gone mad. I love it.
That's the same guy as well. Just got a
This is-
booking.
This has descended into.
Could be.
There's an argument to be
he's
made
got
the
a
referee has
right.
lost control of this game.
Oh,
That's surely a
cynical.
second yellow.
That
Yellow,
has to be a second yellow. That's a cynical stop of the play.
Are they going to show the replay of that tackle? Because that was really fun.
I cannot believe he's not got a second yellow for that. That's kind of stunning, to be honest. Anyway, there were areas of the quicksand where the dog was allowed to go because the dog was light enough, and we weren't allowed to follow the dog. And I remember being terrified of going on the beach in Morecambe because I'd seen in the films you step on the quicksand, you just go straight under.
I'd be really fearful for the dog as well, because if it goes at all wrong, then
It's
nothing you can do to save it.
It's too light though, and it's the Morecambe's got the kind of quicksand where like you get a bit stuck, you can't get out, and then 45 minutes later someone comes to
Yeah,
save you,
that's
and you're
true,
only up
yeah.
to your shins.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it's sort of basically fine, I think. I mean, it's not obviously, but
What actually causes quicksand?
I don't know enough
I
about
think
it.
it's something to do with the
confidently answer.
water
Water.
running through the. Yeah.
Very slow.
Side
Oh,
netting
I thought
for
it
a
was
free
in for a
kick.
minute.
Well,
As,
minutes.
as Ozymandias in the chat points out, dogs are lighter than water. I think that's the science of why they're fine. Yeah.
that's how you can tell if a dog is a witch.
Put it on sand.
Put it. Yeah, you put it in
If
water.
it
If
does
If
it
it
sinks,
sinks, it's a witch.
it's a witch. Yeah.
It was thinks it's a witch. Yeah.
Why do they call it quicksand, says Niall Quinn. It should be called slow sand. Very fair. A very fair comment. An
Mad that
observation.
Niall Quinn is watching our stream,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Niall Quinn's in every day.
I would have thought he'd have had better things to do with his time.
Because it's quicker than normal sand, says Mr. Fogg. Yes. Very good.
Well, quick is presumably the older use of the word.
Quicksand.
Yeah, as in like, you know, the
As in
so
quick, you're on
in
the
the
bad
in the
sand.
in the common book of prayer.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
we go, the
now
Goblin
we're
King.
talking.
The line is the quick and the dead, right?
The Goblin Bishop.
It's
The
taken
quick and the
100
dead.
even against Paraguay, they're not great. They were good and fantastic commitment and fantastic passion, but normally we should have beaten them easily. And it's a generation which doesn't confront each other anymore. The coach doesn't confront players. He never found the right blend between attacking and defending. Never really picked the right players for the right positions. So all in all, I think there's going to be a change because the public is demanding a change. In Germany, we got a lot of problems right now, and we expected a little bit from the team to boost Germany as a nation and, you know, the people. There's such a mediocre mood, bad mood in the country. So we were really looking forward for that team to give us something, but they disappointed a little bit.
Looking at the next step, now they go home, but I feel like today it was lack of creativity. Everything was very just, let's go wide, let's cross, let's go wide and cross. And I'm used to seeing more, I guess, faster players down the wing, more creativity from Germany. It just felt like they were, okay, eventually we'll score, and then it's Paraguay, we'll get back in the game. But it just didn't feel like there was just that, any kind of creativity on that field today from Germany.
Absolutely right. And at the end of the game, he took the best wingers out, Sané and Wirtz. Yeah, Musiala bringing on is all right, but then he brought in a right back who's never played right back for the German national team. He didn't create any chances up front with Anton. And as I said, we just brought on people just for the sake of changing, I thought, without a plan. And if there's no creativity and you only bring Musiala, who plays for himself a little bit, but is not a strategic player, then it turns out to have a bad result at the end. But normally, even in the penalty shootout, we're quite good. But this time, everything fell apart.
Yeah, and just looking back to 2014 and obviously winning, and to where you are now, well, it's a bit of a difficult question because it's only been 10, 15 minutes after the game, so apologies for this, but where do you think the change needs to be? Oh.
Jens, can you still hear us?
Now I hear you again.
Oh,
sorry, I don't know what happened.
It was a really good question.
Sorry, yeah.
The German internet is frustrated as well, you know? It's been cut off.
Yeah, sorry, I'll ask the same question again. I said since 2014, since you've won it, there's been a steady decline in the identity of what German football is and where it's at. If I was to ask you, and I know it's very soon, 15 minutes after the game, but if I was to put you in charge now, where's the start point to this rebuild? Where do you go for that?
As you can see, now in Germany, there are a lot of coaches who never brought out great players, great talent. For example, Nagelsmann, he was a youth coach and then worked himself hard up through the ranks respectfully. Yeah, but there are limitations. But there's not one player in the German national team which he has been built as a player, as a character, as somebody who can really be a leader. And that's a problem with German football right now because the grassroots development is not good enough. So we need to start with that. But definitely, I guess that we will change the coach now. Julian Nagelsmann has put in a great effort and was giving us some optimism. But at the end of the day, you see that probably he was a little bit too young, probably not educated enough in being a national team coach. Psychologically, not really great. So I think they have to change him, but we'll see.
Yeah, and something we were talking about before the game when the team news came out was the decision from Nagelsmann to start with Undav and leave Musiala on the bench. Obviously, that was a departure from what we'd seen earlier on in the tournament where Undav was coming on as a super sub scoring goals. Do you think that was the right call for this game, or he should have kept it to what he'd had before?
Definitely not, because Undav's strength was coming on, and bringing some chaos, creating some chances, scoring goals himself. So I always said, don't bring him on from the start, because it's a weapon when he comes on later in the game. And Musiala, you have to give him confidence. And what kind of message is that if one of your best players is sitting on the bench for another guy who is not being disrespectful, but who is not nearly as good as Musiala?
Yeah, 100%. I totally take that, Jens. I want to just ask you, a lot of these older players now, Manuel Neuer being the most notable, how does this last couple of tournaments leave his legacy? Because it feels like when the national team's not doing well, you always look to your best players and they kind of shoulder the blame. But I don't really think he's had a bad tournament, but he will come under the most scrutiny because he's got the biggest name. Is that fair?
Of course it's fair, but it's not his fault. I mean, mentally he was fantastic because he kept us in the game even when we didn't have a chance anymore. Yeah, and then one of his teammates at Bayern Munich shows up and doesn't hit the goal. Yeah, what a disappointment for him because he gave everything, and you saw his mental strengths. The problem in Germany now is that within 20 years, they did not manage to build a fantastic goalkeeper who could be at the age of 23, 24, 28, probably 30. There's nobody who can challenge him. And that's not a good sign for German football because we had some decent goalkeepers in the past. And now we don't see any younger one coming up.
Jens, we've been talking all day about, some of these big teams, the traditional winners of World Cups, not necessarily having the creativity that we've seen in the past. We were talking about Brazil earlier on in their game. You've seen it there for Germany. Is that a problem in German football? Why is Germany not creating the level of creative players that we maybe saw in the 90s all the way up to your day?
In that point, I disagree slightly because talents like Wirtz, Musiala, they are really good. Yeah, Musiala came from a bad injury and he probably took a little bit longer. But Wirtz, for example, even today, he played the fantastic crosses. Yeah, every cross from him was sharp and on the spot and created chances. I don't understand why he took him off. And he is a talent. And other nations, they don't have 3 or 4 or 5 fantastic midfielders. Sometimes they have 1 or 2, but we have 1 or 2 as well. The talent is there. Yeah, not in every position, but creativity is there. With Musiala, Wirtz, Sané is a good creative midfielder. Kimmich is a central midfielder, a strategic midfielder. So we have some good defenders. We're lacking on the right back and left back positions. The guy today was experiencing the higher level and made a mistake for the first goal. But he's a good guy and he's a prospect for the future. We need to build some more strikers and goalkeeper, as I said, and probably right and left backs. But the talent in the midfield is there.
Yeah, and just on that, and Adam's just brought some up to my mind. You look at the Italians, you look at obviously Germany now, and you look at the Brazilians, and you start to look, everyone keeps looking backwards, trying to recreate yesteryear in today's modern game. How do you see that you can embrace the past, but also carving out a future that is now this new way of German football or this new way of Brazilian football or Italian football? I keep seeing a lot of these national teams trying to recreate something that's not there anymore.
It's all about education and coaching. Yeah, and for example, if you look at the coaches today, Nagelsmann never was a player. I don't even know the names of his assistant coaches. And sometimes, we had fantastic team managers like Beckenbauer, then Rudi Völler himself, who was a player himself, Jürgen Klinsmann, Berti Vogts. Yeah, Nagelsmann is the first one after 30 or 40 years who never played himself. And his whole staff isn't. So as a player, as a top quality player, all of a sudden to come to the German national team and you see guys who cannot talk you through details, because details are what matters when you want to progress and when you want to have success in the game. It's all about details. It's not the big picture, it's details. But if nobody tells you about the details, you're always second.
Jens, it's really interesting insight. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll speak to you soon.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I don't know if you speak to me again because Germany's out now. Have a good time.
Who do I go and see about Germany breaking my bracket? That's what I want to know.
You speak more sense than some of the other people we get on. Let's talk about the point about the coaching there. I thought that was really interesting, was that, and you occasionally get this, don't you, where fingers are pointed at coaches that haven't played the game. And there are also examples on the other side of, Jose Mourinho is a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't play the game and were brilliant coaches. Where do you guys fall on that debate?
I think, first off, what an interview from Jens Lehmann, and also to be able to come on so quickly after, be poised. Yeah. Yes, you can see the emotion, you can see he's frustrated, but he's also very, very good in what he's talking about. But for me, the big thing is, what he's talking about there is a smaller details, finer details. And yes, the coach can be inexperienced, but your whole backroom staff can't be inexperienced. And that's what he was alluding to. He wasn't just putting all the blame on the coach, sorry. He was putting it on the whole staff, that there's not somebody that's been there, done it, and also not only able to lend an ear to the players and say, hey, this is what we've done in the past, here's how we used to prepare, but also to the managers, hey, do you know, just at this moment, what you're thinking? Be a bit of a sounding board, a bit of a bouncing board off it. And I think a lot of teams now are and nations and teams are so quick to try and get to young coaches, young, so they can control them and tell them what to do. Where sometimes you need that little bit of experience, guys, where you have someone who goes, hey, that's wrong. And they challenge you and you go back and forth and you go, okay, I didn't think of that point of view. I'm glad you told me. Let's move on. But I thought that was a fantastic interview. Very, very insightful.
I think he made a fantastic point. I am for more so the players who play the game being in these coaching positions, because there's a journey that we start from whether it's 14, 15, all the way through. So that is where we're getting our experience in learning the game, being students of the game, where we can see it. The problem that I have with nowadays is when you speak to football, and a lot of my friends who are still in the industry now, there are these guys who don't come from a footballing background, who come in trying to reinvent the game, using words and talking about certain things to players where they don't know what it feels like to be a player. Only players who've played in the game and been throughout the system can understand a player's mentality. You can look at a player to say, all right, these boys need a day or two off. You can understand it without having to go to college and university and get these degrees and come out with these words and not really understand it. So I understand where he's coming from, because there's an element also of being an ex-player where I could go to Marcelo, look at that kid there. Oh, look, Marcelo, he's got a little bit of Ashley Cole about him. All of that is part of the education process. You tell a kid, you remind me a little bit of Ashley Cole, watch this player. This is what he's good at. You want to be a top-class player, a world-class player? This is what they do. This is what you need to do to be a world-class player. That's information that ex-players can give to the next generation, that these kids who come out with their degrees and stuff and who get in these jobs of football don't know. And for them, it's all about them being in the system, than for people like us who just love the game and want to see a kid develop.
Well, and also, Cello, to both of their point, is these are people who have been in these situations, players who've been in a World Cup, played in cup finals, when the pressure is really on.
Yeah. You mean Ancelotti? I mean, do we give Aguirre? Do we want to keep going? Guys who have played, who are got their teams in good places. Listen, I can go either way, because there's a lot of talented people who understand
you can make
soccer.
a counterpoint, can't you?
Yeah, you can make a counterpoint, but I think when you get to the World Cup, there's got to be a balance. If you've got a coach who's never played, then you've got to have former players. They're your assistant coaches. There's people out there that never played, but they do the analytics, and they're fantastic. There's a place for them too. So I think it's about balancing out where your strengths are. Okay, and when I have a weakness, where can I strengthen that weakness? So I think if you do have a coach who's never played at that level, then you find an assistant coach or a second assistant coach. But you have to balance out your coaching staff throughout that. But I've always been a firm believer too of ex-players know what it's like to be on the field. They know what a player's going through, and they got that feel for it. So we always say that smell. You've got that smell for when things are going wrong and things are going right, and you have that buffer between you and the players. Nights here to be in there. So I'm still a firm believer that you got to have experience.
Quickly on that though, but how many people in the higher up positions now are non-footballing people making the decisions?
Yeah.
So whether that be head of director of footballs, head of recruitment, whatever they are, these guys are. They want more people that speak their language.
But they're more dangerous, are they not?
100%.
We see them online all the time. They're 100%. Dangerous because they watch it. Yeah.
Well, we may not have even got to a penalty shootout, because we did have a goal scored in extra time that was eventually disallowed. So we can bring on
Christina from shopping.
Christina,
what sweet shop is that?
We'll take some of those sweets behind you.
Yeah, I want some of those sweets, Christina.
Enough about
I won't give a shout out to the...
Enough about the goals. Where are you?
I won't give a shout out to the company because I'm not getting paid to do it, but I'm just in the middle of the city. Quick little text from our producer to say, can you jump on and address this? So here we are.
Yeah, so
in the middle of New York City.
What did you think? Was it right, the VAR check and the ref eventually ruling it out?
Yeah, so it is right based on the protocols and what they have said that they were going to focus as a point of emphasis for this, and specifically was encroaching in the goalkeeper's area, right? Not preventing the goalkeeper from making a movement and from making a space. This is a play that historically would probably not have been touched in the past. It would probably have been looked through right before we had VAR. Now that we have VAR, everything is under a microscopic lens, particularly when it results into a goal. So this wasn't really surprising for me, particularly when you see a reverse camera angle. You see a little bit more of the wrap of the body. Sorry, I forgot. I believe it was number 3 who was in the one, the attacker playing on the goalkeeper in that situation. So he's not even like running towards the ball. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. He wasn't running towards the ball. Really kind of more having a little bit of an impact on the goalkeeper. It's not a significant touch, right? We could probably justify how material the contact was, but at the end of the day, this was something that was a point of emphasis, was focused. And so I wasn't surprised ultimately when they recommended it down for a VAR to overturn the goal, because there was no play on the ball by Anthony. It was basically just a play on a goalkeeper, even though it was a small subtle touch. So it would have been enough.
So we may as well just give up on any picks now. We don't need set piece coaches. Just put the ball in a box and hope that you head it clean. Because a pick is what happens and what people work on, right? They put the ball to the back post, I think, 5 or 6 times, and they get one right. And now, because the goalkeeper's been touched, the precious goalies, I'm glad Tony Meola's not here. But, it just seems to me now, Christina, again, the referees have been so good all the way through this. And we're now getting to that crunch time, and the referees and VARs have started to get nervous, because that, for me, is not a foul.
Yeah. Like I said, I completely feel you. I saw it and I'm like, we're going to be giving this. And sure enough, I got a text by a historic coach in the women's game who had some play like that happen to him in the NCAA final that he lost on. He's like, what do you think about it now? And I'm like, oh, goodness. So, I still don't like it. I still don't think it's a foul. Once again, it doesn't really come down to necessarily my personal opinion. It comes down to what the referee is instructed to do. And once again, it comes back down to it's Colina, it's Massimo, who are the head of the referee department, who are getting the input and the discussions with other major stakeholders saying we want this to be a foul. So don't necessarily like it, but I can see the logic behind it as to why they are enforcing it.
On Troy's point, I'm going to ask, if that's a defender picking a forward or a forward picking the defender and it doesn't touch the goalkeeper, do you think that's called? I'm curious because I know goalkeepers, that's what I'm saying. I think it's because of that bubble around the goalkeepers, right?
It is. It's a goalkeeper, and I get it. Like, when you're jumping in the air and it's a goalkeeper versus an attacker, right? The goalkeeper's arms are up in the air, and their body's more exposed for being able to have that impact because they're trying to contact that ball with their hands. So they're open to more, subjective in the sense of not being able to defend themselves as well because they're not using their arms to fight off in an aerial challenge. But there is protection around a goalkeeper, and everyone's like, why? I'm like, because that is really one of the most unique players we have on our field. One, we all say goalkeepers are crazy in general, so I do wish Tony Meola was here so he could say that to his face. But it's more like just because that is in a way to eliminate what the law does give is that one unique individual, the ability to play with their hands. So when you're targeted like that, the laws are going to be a little bit more focused in protecting and preserving the integrity of the goalkeeper.
These precious goalkeepers, eh? Christina, we'll let you go and enjoy your evening in New York City. Thanks very much for joining us.
See, Troy, you can pick me, but you can't pick a goalkeeper. That's it, buddy. That's
a new world.
Okay, time for a short break here on Galat. So, match day, 48 nations. We've got plenty more coming up for you in a couple of minutes.
At the start of every